Even just 2 days ago, yeah, I blasted Afegba. Afegba, yeah, I blasted him. He's from Edo State.
Yes, we blast all of them here. So when you are coming to talk about Igbo, it's very sensitive for people fighting for your own brother, so that you don't talk down other tribes. No tribe is more tribal than any tribe. We are all one.
That's why Nigeria will be difficult for us to move somewhere.
We are more than Denmark. We are Sweden. No, please.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank you. Continue to try in case anybody's network failed, because I want you here. Thank you.
But Niger Watch, don't you think that this was wrong? Don't you think what he said was wrong, though?
No. I defended you, but they just reminded me that you
Niger, what I would have appealed, just give me 1 minute to say what he want to say.
Okay, go ahead, John.
Well, I mean, it's okay. Let me just say this. I've countless times praised the great Benin Empire. When I teach my kids about Africa, when I teach my kids about Nigeria, I tell them about the Great Wall of Benin. I tell them about the Great Empire of Benin. I tell them about the wonderful
as well.
No, just exactly. And I tell them about the wonderful people in Yoruba land. I tell them about the Tiv, the Nupit. I tell them about all of these tribes. Now, when I was referencing Denmark, I was referencing Denmark not to call them small people. I was referencing them because of the population that they have in relation to the population that make up Ndibo as a objective comparison of population size, to show you that even a population of the size of Denmark or even a population the size of Luxembourg still has people within those smaller countries in terms of populations that don't agree. That's all I was saying. I'm not here to say that one tribe is better than the other.
Mr.
So
John,
it's just a fallacy what he said.
You know what?
It just doesn't make sense.
It's okay, my brother. That's what the platform is all about. You know, I'm going to disagree with you. You're going to disagree with me. And that's why at the end of the day, we all agree to end the broadcast. That's what we do. Everybody's going to have enough time to talk today when we get to the main.
I've not spoken now.
Yes, hold on, sir. When we get to the main topic, everybody's going to have a time to talk today. I have a caller right now. Please hold on, my people. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where are you calling us from?
Niger Watch, I decided to call you directly, not to call leftists. I think my name is Sean. I also want to tell Alex. Alex, what you just said right now was wrong. John was only given a figure of population. He was not pulling other people down.
Okay.
What I actually want to tell you, Alex, please don't bottle up things. Obi is not being canvassed because he's an Igbo. I told you I'm an Edo man, born of Igbo woman. We are not doing tribalism here now. I'm going through the comments as people are talking. We are looking at comments. They are seeing us fighting each other, turning into tribal.
No, that is wrong. That's why we call it debate. Mr. Sean, hold on, let me quickly correct that. Hold on, let me correct that. Yes, on the comment section, obviously you are going to have 1 or 2 persons that will not agree with what we are doing.
Yeah, they told me, Alex, calm down, please. Yeah. I'm addressing the. I come back because of Alex, not because of the media.
Thank you.
Alex, calm down. Listen to the word of the panel before you react. John did not say what you're saying. It is not tribal now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, I have another caller right here. Let me quickly talk to this person. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. You have only 1 minute.
Yeah, this is Tony calling from Italy.
Okay, Mr. Tony, talk to me. You have 1 minute. Go ahead. Go straight to the point.
Okay, thank you very much. I heard you just now asking the Mr. Man what Samuel Ekpa is doing. Is he a right thing? He's beating around the bush. That's just the sentiment. That's just the problem.
Okay.
You call a spade a spade.
Yes.
If this person is wrong,
no, he's not beating around. Hold on, let me respond. That was Mr. John. And let's just ask him. I stopped him from answering it so that we can wait for the next segment. So you have not answered it. Let's wait. He will answer that later. We shouldn't judge him in advance now, okay? So, my brother, try to follow us. That's going to be the next segment, I guess. Thank you.
All right, before we get to CBD.
Hold on. This person has not finished. Yes, you said what?
A second, please. A woman called and said, Obi or nothing. Everybody must not support Obi. Everybody must not be Obi supporters. Understand? So if you say Obi or nothing, that is left for you. You are saying Obi is right for the job. I am saying Tinubu is right for the job. And the other person is saying Atiku is right for the job. So you can't say Obi or nothing. Even the devil has supporters.
Okay.
Understand? Even
Yes.
devil himself has supporters.
So
You
the lady said that, you know why?
So,
You know why Madarita said that? Because this platform is for Peter Obi. So we don't want to hear about the devil that has supporters. We are not interested on that devil.
Okay, the Nigeria watch is for Obi.
Yeah, we are supporting Peter Obi. Yes.
Okay, you are supporting Peter Obi, but it doesn't mean another person who is supporting another person can call you.
No, of course you can. You don't get it. You have right to who you want to support.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you now, that everybody in Nigeria cannot support Obi.
No,
so
listen, my brother. It's you that is getting this wrong. Let me tell you, my brother. You now can say is Elvis or nothing, right? Why somebody else will call me and say never? So that's why it's a debate. We are here today. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, as long as we did not insult each other.
Your platform ought to be a public platform. Now you can't say this is an OB platform. After the election, you will tell me, okay, only OB will be calling you.
My platform is a public.
I'm talking to you. I'm following you. I'm writing you. I'm commenting. I'm giving you things, and you're telling me this is an OB platform. After the election, I can't. It's only OB that will be following you.
No,
that's what you're saying.
No. You are getting it all wrong. The suffering in Nigeria, me myself, I'm tired of it. And the only person I believe now that can help
the suffering in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You believe Obi?
Okay, listen. Who are you supporting?
I believe Tinubu can solve the problem. The other person believes
no.
Atiku can solve this problem.
You are a Tinubu supporter.
I'm not a Tinubu supporter. Now the way the whole thing.
No, who do you support then?
It's like wait, excuse me. Let me finish talking. The way the whole thing is going now is like. It's a tribalistic something now. So I will support my own Edo man.
I'm Edo man. I'm Edo man. You are talking about tribalism. You don't even know where I'm from. they tell you say I'm Igbo man.
That's what I'm telling you now.
So don't use the word tribalism if you don't know what it means. So I'm Edo man. Who do you support, sir?
If I want to be tribalistic, I will support my own Benin man who is going to be a vice president to conquer. So. Because the whole is coming.
What's your name again, my brother? Hold on.
Tony.
What's your name?
Tony from Italy.
I'm Tony.
Hold on. You said what?
Tony from Italy.
Okay, Mr. Tony, you are still getting this wrong. If you know you are supporting Quack or so, I would like for you to even be on the screen. Come and tell us why you think Quack or so can change the situation that we are now. That's what we are doing here. Or are you telling me I don't have right to support what I want? Now be me the support.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody has the right to support who they want to support.
And I'm not taking your right away from you.
You obedient people, you always say, oh, if you don't support Obi, it means somebody's a fool or whatever.
We have two people. Listen, Tony, I want to go now. Hold on, let me quickly tell you this. We have two people on the screen right now with us who is not supporting Obi, and we have not thrown them out. So you are actually, going too far. Okay, if you are here with us now, we'll still respect you and welcome you in. It will get to your turn. The same 5 minutes I will give it to Obedient. It's the same 5 minutes I'm going to give to you. But one thing I assure you is that whatever you say, people will counter you, people will oppose you. You also have the right to counter and oppose. So me, I'm expressing what I want. You are expressing yours. That's not a problem. Try to click on the screen to join me, my lovely brother, okay?
Yes, before Mr. Tony from Italy goes.
You don't tell me this is just a B platform. Your platform is a public affair. Everybody can come in.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry about that, my brother.
Mr. Tony, before you go, don't get angry.
I beg, Mr. Tony, never go. Wait.
Don't go yet. Don't go yet. You don't need to. Don't go angry. You don't go angry at all. Here is a welcome platform. Today is a debate, and we are debating about the future of Nigeria. If I say my candidate or nothing, meaning I believe so much in my candidate. If you are so sure of your candidate and you believe your candidate is going to be the best for Nigeria, please tell us what your candidate has done, why you think he can save Nigeria, and who your candidate is. It's a simple matter. So you don't come to accuse us while we say we are supporting Obi. It's our right. We are supporting Obi because we believe in him.
Mister, please excuse me. I'm not fighting you because you're supporting Obi. It's what Mr. Elvis said.
But the person that is talking to you now is a Niger Watch as well. That's why he's speaking for me. It's now Niger Watch they talk to you. Now they talk to you so. You understand?
Yeah, now they talk to me. But you oppose that. It's just like you black now. You black CNN now. CNN now is talking now. Say, oh, CNN is for B. So another person. No, that's what you
we
said.
didn't
And
say
you said
that.
you're sorry.
Okay,
and that
sorry.
is fine.
Okay,
For
sorry. I use the word say every now for Peter Obi Abi.
Yeah, you are for B.
Okay, all right. Okay, come and join us, my brother. I really want to have you on the screen. Let's move on now. Thank you.
Okay.
God bless you. Bye. All right, my people, listen. Call
us. Mother Rita is on the line here. Mother Rita.
I want to speak to. I want to respond to this, Mr. John from Italy.
Respond, please.
Thank you very much, leftists. People like Mr. John from Italy, if you're listening to me, you are one of the people who are causing. You are one of.
Tony.
Yes, Tony from Italy, not John.
Yes, Mr. Tony from Italy is the person I'm speaking to. He's the one that just called previously. He's one of those types of Nigerians who live in diaspora that know nothing about economics. They know nothing about improving a country. They know nothing about leadership. They are confused set of persons. And we have lots of them in there. Mr. Tony, if Nigeria is so good, leave Italy, go back and stay at Bodilon Avenue. I am not insulting you. I'm trying to educate you now. Now you had the audacity to say that a man who has signs of Parkinson's disease, even Buhari, that we are even saying is even more healthier than him. You're saying a man that is close to having Parkinson's disease is the best candidate. You're saying a man that cannot answer questions, that cannot speak to Nigerians is the best candidate. You're saying a man that delegates people to answer questions for him. The Prime Minister of Italy, when you were voting, it's just a woman that just voted. I don't even know if you follow the news or the political system in Italy. She was just voted in. All the questions that they had, did she delegate people to answer questions for her? And then you now juxtapose it to Nigeria. Now you had the audacity to tell intelligent Nigerians that man at Bodilon, the man that is on the transit level. I'm trying to reduce my anger because I'm so sick and tired of people like this. These are the problems of Nigeria. These are the problems.
Okay, let's stop is enough. Callers don't have other things.
All right, Mother Rita, we've had you. It's okay. We want to. Okay, right. Thank you. Nothing. Thank you very much. We agree with you. Thank you.
You don't have one chance before you just now. Peter Obi or nothing.
Peter Obi. Peter the Rock will be or nothing. I go with that. But before we go further, everybody, please, before we go further, we had one of our member of the community of chat committee here, Alexander Gomez. Here, we want to appreciate him for his wonderful contribution. Not just him alone. After Alexander Gomez,
on the screen,
Pansat also did his. Yes, that is Pansat. His support of Alexander Gomez. And after that it didn't end there. Chris also did this. And he has his reasons. So we want to say thank you very much for this, your support. God bless you all.
All right, let's move on. Let's round up with this particular topic because the main topic will go catch fire today. Now they go. So you see the thing, preamble, the thing already catch fire already. We'll never ever reach there. Wahala. All right. Let's move on. We have ECBD. ECBD just joining us. Mr. ECBD, please talk to us, sir. You have 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. As Mr. Peter has spoken, I think I don't know if you have spoken.
You are not available right now.
So I can go ahead because I think he came before me. But if he has spoken, no problem.
Oh no, all right. He never talk. Okay, Mr. Peter Okunda, you talk to us 5 minutes.
Mr. Peter spoke to us through the phone, but he has not spoken to us here on the studio.
So that's what they are doing now. Just go ahead, Mr. Peter Okunda. You talk to us.
Okay. Oh. Thank you, Mr. Leftist. Thank you, Mr. Najawa. Thank you, Mr. CBD, who acknowledged me. Thank you, our panelists. Thank you, Mr. John. Thank you, the listeners, the commenters, and the viewers.
It remained 2 minutes for your 5 minutes, sir. It remained 2 minutes for your 5 minutes.
Okay. Anyway, when people greedy too much, that is what we see. Because of the greediness of the governor of Anambra State, called Soludo, is what is reacting in his life that enable people to say Igbo are not unite. There is no people that are unite. There is no people that do not unite. In the midst of 10, you must see two who love themselves. You will see one who hate. Even in John chapter 10, Jesus said, I come to divide the house. In family of 5, 3 will be fighting against you, mother-in-law against father-in-law. So everybody cannot just like you. Everybody cannot hate you. But what really matters is for you to know the reason that the Igbo leaders are not supporting Peter Obi. Because Peter Obi wants to collect food from their mouth and give to Nigerians and give to the common Igbo man. So this is their aims and their anger, that we will not allow Peter Obi to come in, because if he come in, he's going to let the common Igbo man to able to buy bread, not to sell pure water before his children, not to sell pure water before they feed. Soludo doesn't want that. So these are how that's what we are experiencing from those leaders. Not really that because the Igbo did not unite, or Igbo are the Chinese, or Igbo are the Japan, or Igbo are the Karaba. So I have other thing to say, Mr. John E. Maybe when you were saying your tribe were much, that's why you did not put the amount of the number. You know, the other day I correct you and said, never you think and call other people a small tribe. If really we want to say the Bini are able to bring themselves, you know that even the Bini are much of those people that Bini is in your state. Bini is in Enugu. Bini is in Abia. Bini is in Onitsha. So don't be saying, whenever you are saying, please let me just let him. Don't be saying my tribe is more than yours or no. Please take that out of your comment whenever you are addressing people. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, if I can just 2 seconds, just 2 seconds. If you hear when I say that, it's always in relation to saying that Igbos are not acting as a monolith. And I always give an example of a country that might be 1 million people or 2 million people who still have a lot of diversity amongst themselves. So I'm never saying Igbos are some large nationality for the sake of saying that Igbos are a large nationality. So please just understand what I'm saying. It's very simple.
Please, Mr. John, I've responded to this part. Please, nobody else should go back there again. It's like we're dragging ourselves back. Please. Thank you, everybody. All right, Mr. ECBD, yes, you are the last person to give your submission now, so we can move on to the next topic. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, good evening, everyone. Very heated, and I'm sure you know that once you mention Igbo in any of these debates or IPOB, it's going to be like this, and it will even get much more hotter. You know. Well, the thing is that, well, you see, for Soludo, why I believe that a lot of us in the Southeast or Igbo people are not don't value so much all these things and don't regard this, because these people don't have power in the East. You need to understand that the Igbo states are different compared to all these other states where politicians can easily influence outcomes of election and all that. In the East is the people. The politicians are more like just figureheads, to be honest. Unless now the people choose that this is the person who follow, like someone like Obi now. That's why when CM is telling you that the people are following Peter Obi, that's exactly how it is. And another person like Naya Baribe, there are just some people right now that Igbo people can listen to. And kind of, because they understand, they know those people, they know that they don't lie to themselves, they know when those people are for them. So all these politicians, even if all the Southeast governors right now come out and say they are endorsing Atiku or Tinubu, Igbo people act like they did not see anything, because they know they cannot influence the election, not by rigging, not by anything. These people know that the Igbo people are so how do I say, should I say aggressive when it comes to this thing, to the point that even rigging on the ground, they cannot do it. You saw exactly what they did in Anambra, where the ruling party, APC, that had all the mechanism that had all the power, all the military, all the soldiers, they could not put their own person in Anambra there. So that's why it seems as if we are not like really focusing so much on the. That's why I'm telling you that please just our people should resist any form of temptation of generalizing, because that's not the mindset of the Igbo people. The Igbo people, I understand, I agree. We should spend more time, following. We should spend more time, like, calling out these leaders. But you need to understand that one of the reasons why some people just act like they don't exist is because we know they don't have any power to influence anything on ground. So I think I'll just leave it there for now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate every one of you. Before we move on to the next topic, let me quickly take 30 seconds break. God bless you all. Thank you. Please endeavor to share this broadcast and let's do this together.
Buhari, say it again, Buhari. Say it again, Buhari.
All right, thank you very much, my people. We're back again now. So let's go to the next broadcast, right? The next videos that we have here. Okay, we are going to take this quickly. Before I'm going to take all these videos together, I think that will be much better so that everybody can just talk about them, because I still have 3 videos here. I think this Festus Keyamu, we should do Festus Keyamu tomorrow. Oh, Mr. CM, you wanted to say something, right?
Naija Watch, I thought you promised me 3 minutes.
Go ahead, Mr. CM. So your network.
Yes, you promised me. I just have to keep calm. You don't need to rush things. But thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. A quick intervention. What I want to appeal to everybody is that, from what I've heard, what Rita and the elects are saying is born out of love. The people may think that they are criticizing it, whatever. Or they are appealing that Ndi Igbo should unite. Maybe physically the one they are going to see. There's nothing bad about that. It's the love they have. They want the people behind P2B. But one thing I want to reassure both of you, people holding the view, because I don't want to repeat what Alex have said here. He's a friend. Is this: let us pray that INEC conducts a free and fair election. That my assertion that since the history of Igbo civilization, only 4 people can command Igbo loyalty. I keep saying it. Emayo Okpara, Ojukwu, Sam Mbakwe, and Peter Obi. That is the only way it will be proven to the world. And people, again, what I want to appeal to every other person, like Chimo Obi, who said about Igbo unity or all these things. There is a difference between when you say the Igbo people, always say Igbo politicians. They are different. Since 1990, this is a creation of INEC. That's all. This is a creation of INEC. These are not the people. That's why I said this. I wish this is the time somebody will have the power over wallet. I will give, say, Naija Watch, if it's 2 million, use it to conduct on-the-spot investigation. Let people talk the Southeast. Give to people you like. Hidden camera. Talk to the people from one market, from one church, from one street. Just pretend. You will hear from them. These politicians, all they are doing business. We Igbos know them. That's why when I come here, I said, I'm from Ezinifite, Agwata local government of Anambra State. I'm in the same local government with Soludo. What people are waiting for is when are they going to go and vote for Peter Obi? As simple as that. All these politicians you are seeing, their address is only when they go to Abuja, they exercise full control. So when you come to Anambra State or Southeast, no, but okay, look at Okorocha, is he talking? Are you waiting for the day Okorocha will raise Peter Obi's hand? Are you waiting for Jews or Kalo?
Okay.
Okay, if Ike
Thank you, Mr.
Kweremad is not in prison
Mr.
today,
CM,
it's not in
you will
prison
have
today,
enough
how will
time.
people know?
You will have enough time to talk about this when we get to the other segment. Don't worry, we're not going to have a time limit.
Okay.
But
Thank
let's
you.
just move on right now because we've been here now for 2 hours 47 minutes. Please, for those of you watching us right now, help us to share this broadcast, like the broadcast as well. We're talking about the things that's affecting you and I. It doesn't matter if you have your candidate, I have my candidate, whether you like it or not, as long as you are a Nigerian, whatever that is going on in Nigeria right now is affecting you and I. Now, so it be. We don't feel shy away from her. Okay, let's move on. I would like us to quickly listen to Professor Keyamo here before we move on to the main one. Thank you, my people.
Chatham House outing by your principal, Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, continues to elucidate reactions. Was it right to delegate answering of questions?
Pardon me?
Your principal, your reaction talking about the Chatham House outing where your principal delegated answering of questions to his team members. So I'm asking, was it right to have delegated answering of questions to other people?
Well, let me, you see, I've heard all kinds of ignorant comments about this issue since it happened, but let me explain it thoroughly to Nigerians. When you go to Chatham House, you are not going to engage in a debate. You are not going to engage in an exercise where they want to test your oratorial skill, or they want to test how brilliant and how clever you are to answer questions. It is just how are you going to handle certain issues regarding policy issues and all that regarding your proposed government. Now, let me explain this. When you are asked questions at that level, you are expected to answer the question as president. What are you going to do as president? Not what are you going to do as candidates. Now, so when they ask you, Mr. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what are you going to do regarding ABC as president? You therefore need to respond as president. How do you respond? Those who have answered, those who have been making uninformed comments, they don't understand how government works. I am in cabinets. When an issue comes up in cabinets, the president is the last to speak. A leader, a good leader must hear the views of his lieutenants before he makes the last comment. So even when memos come before Mr. President, when suggestions or proposals.
What's this man saying? Is Tinubu a president? I don't understand. What's Festus Keyamo saying? He said, let me address Nigerians. What are you saying?
Come before Mr. President. Do you think Mr. President takes his biro and then in a know-all fashion, he just minutes on it? And in many cases, the chief of staff will now make an executive brief and then make his suggestion. And then the president makes his final decision that he's president now. He wants to hear his lieutenants make comments on this. And guess what happened? I want you to go back to that tape. After they made those comments about catching those who are stealing the oil and all of that, what did Asiwaju say? He made the final comment, say, gentlemen, you have not even addressed the issue of the people who received the stolen items. That is presidential. Because he's now making a final decision on it that he thinks that we need to pay attention more to those who receive it because they cannot be oil thefts without the people receiving it. That is what he said in Chatham House. So he was acting as president. Now listen, I've heard all kinds of ignorant comments. I see them online saying that, so when you are a medical student, for example, and you are asked to come and answer questions about how you are.
All right, that one of Festus Keyamo right there. We're going to be talking about that. To be honest, I'll just leave that for you guys to talk about this man later on. All these people, they are a big joke in Nigeria. To be honest, they are big joke. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Please endeavor to share this broadcast. I'm going to showcase other videos so that we can start talking, because I want us to talk on this now before we go around the game. It's going to take another 1 hour. So just give me time to showcase more videos. 1 minute. Let me take this off here. Just give me 1 minute. All right, good. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Now, before we move on to the other one, let's see what happened today. You know, this one is from Chanis.
The Ebonyi State Police Command, once again, who have dealt with some hoodlums comprising of operatives of the inglorious IPOB/ESN that have been terrorizing the entire nooks and crannies of Ebonyi State and even beyond. Our crack detectives, made up of the tactical teams of this command, had an encounter with them within the boundary area between Ishelu local government area and Onitsha local government area of Ebonyi State. And the hoodlums were operating in a Toyota Sienna van loaded with a lot of exhibits, arms and ammunition. And when our men sighted them, they picked race. They were trying to escape, but when they chased them to a corner, these hoodlums now turned back and engaged them in a shootout. They shot at our operatives. It was a very, powerful and sporadic shooting, and trust these gallant operatives. They engaged the hoodlums, and what we had at the end of the day was the recovery of this vehicle, which was stolen at gunpoint from the owner some few days ago along Ishelu axis. And a harvest of all the exhibits you are seeing here. What we have here today is a complete bomb factory, the biggest so far recovered in the whole of the Southeast. In fact, these IEDs are capable of destroying a very large building and doing a whole lot of massive killing of any living thing around the area. You can see the components ranging from gelatin, very large quantity. I will show you, after this briefing. We have a very large quantity of it. There are safety fuses, primed. They collect all these and fabricate it themselves. In fact, from our EOD expert in Ebonyi State, one of these hand grenades they manufactured is capable of wiping out the whole of these premises and killing everybody here. Even though they don't have shrapnels, the gelatin is so powerful that the pressure and the shock can kill everybody within the perimeter where it is thrown. So I am going to showcase all this to you. You can also see the uniforms of some of our colleagues that these miscreants killed during several attacks at police stations. You see their uniforms, their other accoutrements, boots and all that. And even our smoke gunners. You see a lot of the short range and the long ranges, a lot of cartridges. By the time I show you all this, you can believe me that what the tactical team of this command has done this day has saved the day for Ebonyi State and even other neighboring states where they...
Okay, I'm going to stop that right there. That's a report coming from Channels TV by the Nigerian Police Force saying that the police discover an IPOB biggest bomb factory in Ebonyi State. Channels TV now report that one. So that's from a third party, right? Okay. We'll move on to the other one right here, which we have here. Let's listen to this.
Nigerians at home and in diaspora have begun signing a petition calling on the government of Finland and the European Union and Nigeria to arrest Nnamdi Kanu's self-acclaimed disciple, Simon Ekpa. The petition is hinged on the sit-at-home order issued by Ekpa to residents of the Southeast. The call has resulted in attacks and killings of innocent Nigerians by hoodlums trying to enforce it. Ekpa, also known as Ifeanyi Njoku, in a viral video from Finland, directed people of the southeast to observe a sit-at-home from the 9th to the 14th of December. Meanwhile, IPOB spokesperson Ima Powerful countered the order and directed Kanu's group members and residents of the region to boycott it and go about their business. Prof, let me start with you.
And added more to the skewing of the majority.
Federal government of Nigeria. In fact, the sitting government didn't meet Igbo land in chaos that it is today.
Sorry, Nigeria, sorry to interrupt, but you are not playing this TVC news video from the beginning.
Yeah, I played it from the beginning.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I've watched this before. You're not playing this. You're not playing the interview of the other guy from the beginning.
No, we choose what we want to play here. We can't play all the whole video. If we have 2 hours video, you want us to play the whole 2 hours?
No, but it's not 2 hours. You
No, you don't do that. We bring videos here. We show what we want to show.
No, but
we ask you to go. Listen, Mr. Jean, please don't get me upset. We play video here and refer you back to the channel, the owner, original source, to go and watch it there. So if we have a 2 hours video, should we play if we want to present it to 5 videos a day and all of them in 2 hours, you want us to play everything? Don't tell me where to play. If you know you've watched it before, then when we start talking, talk on what you heard. I only played the beginning. I don't even want to hear this man talking anyway, because we don't have the time. From the beginning, you're talking, we're not playing from the beginning. This is the beginning. This is how it started.
Nigerians at home and in the...
And that is all I want you to hear. The contribution from the men there, I'm not interested, because we don't have time for that. So anybody can go watch the full video from the platform. And for the best of my knowledge, in fact, I don't want to go there. Please.
Yes.
Thank you very much, my people. We are not going to continue with that video right there. We just wanted you to know what is going on right there. You can see on the screen, Nigerians are signing a petition for Samuel Ekpa to be arrested for him, for the sit-at-home video that he did. So that is what is going on. I'm happy that John said they have watched it. So why do you want me to play it here? You know, we don't play all videos. If we have to play all videos here, we will spend 7 hours playing videos. Before then, you now talk for another 3 hours. Then we are going to be here for 10 hours. Thank you. Back to you, leftists.
Yes, thank you very much. But before I go further, I want to quickly also appreciate Pansat HD. Yes, Pansat, I think, yes, for his super chat. Not quite long. Let me quickly get to that super chat. I know I saw it. I just appreciate you. You did it again after the first one. Yes, after the first one, you did this. Thank you. This is your second super chat for today. And after that, we had another one. We had another super chat.
It's on the screen, Jaja. It's on the screen, lefty.
From Jaja. Yes, Jaja, thank you very much. We want to also appreciate you. We just have one now again from Skystream, America. We are saying thank you very much and God bless you all for
all right, let's move
this your
on.
wonderful contribution. Yes. Yes, I think the first video was on Festus Keyamo defending the undefendable. Well, I personally wouldn't want to say much on Festus because he's not even saying, as a lawyer, he is a professional lawyer. And you can see the way he's twisting things. That Chatham House does not, it's not a place where an aspirant. Why was Tinubu invited to Chatham House? Is it not because he is aspiring to be the president of Nigeria? So why is Keyamo confusing himself, saying as president? He is not president yet. In the world, during elections, all aspirant candidates are invited to places to talk to the people they want to govern. Other media houses, both local and international, invite them to tell us what they have for the people they want to govern. So why is Tinubu's case different from the norm in the world? Tinubu is not a president yet, and he's not behaving like one. He's not a president yet. He cannot take questions from Nigerians. Everything he asks him, he asks somebody else to say it. Is that not a ruler? We need a leader, not a ruler. Mind you, there's a difference between a ruler and a leader. This man has not been voted in. He has already acquired the position of tyranny. I'll call it tyranny. Hoodlum. Delegating powers to say, okay, now you go answer that question. Meaning, he cannot answer it. He has nothing to answer. For those of you, like Tony, if you are still listening to me, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed, Tony. You can call me now. You can call in again or you call me. I'm ashamed. If a young man like you is supporting somebody that cannot answer direct questions, does it mean you, Tony, if I ask you a question and you cannot answer it, you tell your wife or your mother or your brother to answer it for you? And you want me to give you the job? So why can't we just be real or anyway, Tony, you already settled it by yourself. You say devil get followers, meaning even devil get followers. You agree. But devil followers are better followers. It's very unfortunate that we are still having people like this. Festus is a shame. He's coming on national television to disgrace himself. We are not stupid people now. For those people that are stupid, they can continue. I'm using the word without apology. I'm using the word without apology. For those people that are stupid, they can continue to follow stupid people that are changing the norms, the standard of things to fit their position. So it's unfortunate that we that are not stupid will not go with such standard. There is a standard all over the world. If you have a television and you know that that watch is in channel 1, will you go and press channel 10, number 10 to get Nigeria watch? You will not get Nigeria watch in 10. You get another station. It's a standard. Number 1 is number 1. Number 2 is for number 2. You cannot say you want to change this yourself. It just not going to work. It's not just going to work. It's a pity. Well, let me leave that stomach infrastructure lawyer. We all know him. So we are only just talking about him for those that are his followers. If you know you are capable, please join us to come and defend this man, this talk now. Join us. Come and talk to us. We are here. We are not running. That's for the indefendable, defending the indefendable, Festus Keyamo. And for the other video about the arrest of the bomb factory, but it's unfortunate. I still call this as blackmailing. My own way. The police should have taken us to the factory they said they discovered. They say the biggest factory in the world. Now he's saying they saw a Sienna. Is the Sienna the factory? From the report on this video you just played, it's different from what I read on the papers. The paper is saying they discovered a very big factory between a certain land and so place, where a very big factory where bombs IED are made by the IPOB strokes is SCN. But from this report from Channel, they said they pursue a Sienna which was stolen, and they now discovered these chemicals. Now, is this Sienna the factory they are talking about? So I see this as a political issue. I see this as a something that the federal government is having hands in. This is not true. Yes, I'm coming out to say I am blaming the federal government for because there's no evidence, no enough evidence to this. They should have shown us the factory since they were able to get some of these whatever they call chemicals. We knew recently how what's his name? When they attacked him, they brought so many guns to say they discovered those guns in his house. The man that ran to Benin Republic. So I'm not going to take everything I see in the media. I am not an Apple fan, IPOB fans, but we must say it the way it is. We know that yes, there is an IPOB. Yes, I know there is an ESCN, but most of these damages they report are not actually done by some of them. It's political. We must not take that away. We are giving a big name to a dog in order to hang the dog. So that's my opinion. That's my take on that. Yes, and the other one was signing of petition to arrest Simon Ekpa. Yes, on that, I think if it is possible internationally, I think Simon should also should be arrested and let him suffer what Nnamdi Kanu is suffering today. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be suffering a cause for his people, and you are there somewhere going against him.
Problem for him.
Creating more problem for him, and you are organizing what he's saying using his name. Then join him. He has told you stop.
No, he shouldn't join him. He should be arrested. Then Nnamdi Kanu will be released.
That's what I mean. Join him in where he is. He has said no. Stop. Destruction you are calling for, not now. Stop. We don't need the destruction in Igbo land. He came up in the media to say no, he did not order such sit at home. He said he did not order it. That enough destruction, destroy his people, is not his plan. So why are you not then causing this chaos? The man, for me, Nnamdi Kanu has fought a very good fight. And there shouldn't, no other criminal agent should hide under him to cause more destruction to Nigerians and to the eastern people, to the Igbo people. Because most of destruction now.
Let's start hearing from our Igbo brothers, especially because we have more of them here. Today we will know who is saying it how it is. Because this is a very sensitive topic. Very sensitive topic.
It's very, very, very sensitive topic. I think before we go back, I want to say Chidi, thank you very much. We saw this. I was talking when you did this. And Grant, I was talking when you did this. But then, if I don't see it, Elvis will see it. We saw it. Thank you very much. Trigger, Tutu. Oh, Trigger, God bless
Trigger
you.
said he's in Nigeria right now. So we wish you a safe journey over there. We missed you on the panel. So hopefully you return back soon and join us here, my brother.
So Trigger, enjoy your day and be safe. Thank you very much. And we had another one from Nice Fred P. Nice Fred P. Man, God bless you, my brother. God will continue to replace and replenish this token you are taking from your bosom. This will not be pocket again. Because whatever you give with love, it goes with love. This is giving from your heart. And God will continue to replace it in Jesus' name. Amen. So, yes, we'll just be going straight to the panel now.
We are starting from Shooks Ibubueze. Mr. Shooks Ibubueze, please talk to us, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Niger Watch and everybody. It's been a long day today. You know, as in the hot, but so with the talk. Yeah, coming to Keyamo, everybody knows who Keyamo is. You know, for a lawyer, senior advocate of nonsense, according to people. You know, to come up and tell us that you know, if they give him an exam, he will pass it over. It's very disgraceful from him. Look at his explanation. You know, that something they ask you, what are you going to do? You are the one to tell us what you're going to do. If you want to pass the message, you will say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. But these are the kind of people that, you know, I will assign this job. But not to say that you will just point and say, go and do what you want. They might decide it's not time to take action, you know. So that is right away. Yeah, coming to Simon Ekpa, I don't know if anybody who understand what freedom fighting is actually is, can come up here and say, I support what Simon Ekpa is doing. I was watching one distant platform where they invited him. He come there, just an insult, insulting everybody on the panel. He told one, I cannot speak to you because you don't sound Nigeria. Your accent, One lady asked him a very, very important question. He asked him, what arrangement are you doing before you ask these people to sit at home? What food? Have you provided food? He was mad at the woman. So there's never a time, and in my own way, I don't watch those platforms. I feel that I don't agree with what they do. Especially platform with violence. Because anything I do, at any point in time, you come with violence. It is not for me. It doesn't matter your justification. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So Simon Ekpa, last Saturday as well, Saturday as well, I was on a platform where they discussed how they're gonna take these actions. They discussed on getting a lawyer to some Igbo youth, on that platform discussed on getting a lawyer to write a petition which they would take to Finn embassy, and they're calling on those in diaspora to do likewise to Finland. So it's a great news that we have a way of stopping this nonsense. Because we cannot be saying, hey, ESN is there to protect the people. And in the other hand, if at all they claim that Simon Ekpa is not among them, because whatever thing he says, he's their member, he could be, excommunicated, but he's still, going ahead with their name, So by the time people start hearing, his broadcast, the bad people, even if it is not these people doing it, the bad people can hide under this to perpetrate their evil act, including the Nigerian government, just like Mr. Lefty said, that he can't swear for them. They are desperate. They can use anything to frustrate this election. They can use any tactics to make sure, and because they are seeing what is going on, obese phenomenon is overwhelming for them. So they can use any tactics, any little chance they're given. That is why we are crying. I said it here before, and I'm not gonna back down on it. One of the tactics they are using by holding in Nandi is to even make that place violent. To make that place violent, because they knew that this kind of people called Simon Ekpa exist. They know those people will say no. They will use their hunger on Nnamdi Kanu being detained and the court pronouncing him free. These are the warriors. Anybody who understands political mago-mago will know that it is not out of touch for the federal government to be involved in what is happening, including the state governments used as agents. So this is good news if that will back him down. Let the South be in peace. In as much as anybody who wants Obi to win. If Southeast is not in peace, it's very difficult because people will be afraid to go out. People will be afraid to go and vote on that day. Look at the news we are hearing. People are afraid to go and get their PVC in states like Imo State and in some area in Anambra State. So anybody with knowledge of politics, we know that if Nigerians have wake up, petitioned, finish this thing, and do things to make sure that this guy don't continue with this broadcast that is bringing trouble in the Southeast, that is the welcome address. Coming to the arrest, the police and this event, I have not watched the full video. I didn't know about it, because I'm at work all day. So I cannot comment much on that, but what we are saying, whenever they get these people, let them show evidence, let them do extensive investigation, because you can't hold a criminal without, getting links from that criminal for you to be able to make sure you bring if it is a gang, for you to make sure that you bring the gang to an end. Because what is the point of arresting somebody and not getting lead how to arrest hence is not one man's crime. These are the kind of things these people need to start, this question, they need to start answering it, because you cannot hold people like this without getting names. You need to get to those names and make it public. It could be political. It could be anybody sending them. We need those information. You don't just come and say, hey, this is IPOB, this is that, and close the case. No, we need to hear more. Like Hope Uzodinma is saying, it is political. These people is saying it's IPOB. Okay, even if Hope Uzodinma knows that, yes, it is political, but they're using IPOB, because there's nothing money cannot do. They can go to people who claim to be IPOB and give them money for them to do this. So we need to hear more. We need to know more about this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. CM, it's your turn now. If your internet will allow you to speak.
Hello. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Just a quick one on Festus Keyamo. I mean, it's a no-brainer. What he's just saying is rubbish. Tinubu was asked a direct question, and all he needed was a direct answer. You don't need to tell me he's already acting presidential by telling this man to do this. I mean, sometimes they think that some of us didn't pass through kindergarten, so I don't want to waste time in that. He knows he's just talking rubbish, and he's saying it in a Tinubu's TV station, TVC. So in those, so he can't go wrong. Whatever he says, they give him all the time. So I don't reckon with that. That is insulting the intelligence of an average Nigerian or anybody who goes through a kindergarten. So I don't think he's just making a mess of himself anyway. So regarding IPOB bomb factory, you see, the thing about Nigerian police is that sometimes when they do certain things, I don't know, I have my own way of analyzing issues. What they saw there can be taken from somewhere and they assembled. That is not IPOB bomb fire. If they are doing it, it cannot be like this. And you say you chase those people out, you couldn't even catch one person. You were shooting a gun battle, then they ran away, you got this. Then you go on the internet, you can get the flag of Morocco, you do a cloth, you show it. And they cannot concoct all this and bring out. This is I don't take them serious. Whatever they are saying, all these things is just to hype tension. If they are so efficient, why can't they go the bandit and the whatever is happening in Sokoto State and everything? So I mean, in Northeast. So some of these things, when they show it, I just laugh because by my own level of analysis, all these things doesn't make sense to me, and they know it. They are just making noise. These are just what they are concocting up to pin it and then say this person, they saw IPOB bomb factory is the biggest. That if they detonate it, the speech wasn't coherent. If they detonate it, a lot of people will die. All those things. It's rubbish. It's to me, it doesn't. I don't look at it that way. I'm behind. I'm beyond this type of reasoning with Nigerian police. We know what they are capable of, and then to make it look as if federal government is not involved. I looked closer to see the name tag on the police doing it. It's something Chris Anyanwu. So Anyanwu is Igbo man. They will say, you see, I'm Igbo man that is even saying it. This is not a PRO from who is a non-Igbo tribe. We know all these games they are playing. So to me, as much as I condemn, because I do not like violence, I don't see the need. As a matter of fact, the thing about our system is that Nigerians, I keep saying it here, if you want to know what is happening in Zenith Bank, you go to Zenith Bank, not to go to UBA and use whatever UBA tell you to interpret what is going on in Zenith Bank. IPOB, which brings me to the third point, Simon Ekpa in Finland. IPOB had structure, and they cannot structure it. He's not around. DOS is the one that gives directive in anything. Simon Ekpa is an infiltrator. There is IPOB in every country of the world. If you come to UK, there is a membership. They will tell you there is a IPOB branch in Finland. Simon Ekpa is not one of it. He's not a member. So how should people? Why then do people always say he's an infiltrator? What he's doing with Dave Umahi and all these things, he just to scare. Nnamdi Kanu didn't approve of all those things. As simple as that. That's that. You know, Simon Ekpa is this. Got branches all over the world. In America, they are in UK, in Germany, everywhere. Now, even in Finland, they have it. There's a coordinator, national coordinator in every country, in France, everywhere. The question to Simon Ekpa is, since you are in Finland, are you a member of IPOB? Are you among the group? Is your name in the register? If they call the coordinator of Finland and say, is Simon Ekpa one of you? Listen to what they will tell you. So I don't see all these things. The guy is just, that's why I'm getting him. I'm not against it because he's not part of it. DOS in Germany, Chike Dozie is the person that the people should listen to. Chike Dozie has issued a press release saying that IPOB is not against any election in Biafra land, that they are not. I think maybe at this point, it's even in Facebook. He has issued, I think, some weeks ago or something like that. These are the people you should listen to. What Simon Ekpa is doing is destructive. I do not sanction that. I don't want people killed for whatever reason. Nnamdi Kanu in one of, I keep saying it, Nnamdi Kanu, if anybody can go and watch it, go to YouTube, type Nnamdi Kadaria Ahmed plus Nnamdi Kanu. It will bring out a videotape in which Kadaria Ahmed went to interview Nnamdi Kanu. He asked Nnamdi Kanu a lot of questions, one of which is, how are you gonna fight for this Biafra? Nnamdi Kanu said they fought before, lost over 5 million, lost everything, that it will be foolhardy to go back and start fighting a war, that they're not doing it, that they will use diplomatic measures to strangulate Nigeria into the world coming in to say, conduct referendum for these people. Nnamdi Kanu know that if you stop, the world is listening to IPOB or something like that, because the day you stop election, the Western world, America does not play with election. That is the will of the people. That is democracy. The day you say you don't want the election, they will not know that they will take out their hands. So that's why now they kind of knew all these things. All the mileages IPOB has gained by going to the State Department, going to UN, going to EU, and the other international bodies, even to International Criminal Court, writing the letters, getting correspondence. He knows that the day he tampers with democratic principle, they say, no, you are not democratic. That was why the world was against Arafat. Arafat does not want to democratize PLO. In those days, they said, go democracy. He said, no, you will be the single leader. So for election to take place in Biafra land and everything they're conducting, that's why Chikedo said, we are not against it. So that because the world we hear that these people are peaceful, all they want is referendum. How are you going to achieve it? He said, by our civil disobedience, maybe all the things, and then telling the world that exposing Nigeria with all the things they are doing, they will force them to say, look, these people you are killing, we are not armed. Allow them to have a referendum, conduct it. Now they can't even say that they want a referendum provided by the UN, US, Russia, Israel, and the EU. they should supervise the referendum. The moment people vote no, that is the end. So all these things, people are, that's why sometimes when I look at these things, I don't feel like talking. But however, you must say something. Simon Ekpa, I condemn what he's doing. He's putting people's life in danger. He is not part of IPOB. The simple test is ask people in Finland. IPOB has got a family in Finland, a branch, like every part of the world. I mentioned it here before. Ask Simon, if you are IPOB, are you a member in Finland branch? Let him answer that question and ask the coordinator in Finland. He is not. He just want to usurp power because they felt that the best way, according to, if you listen to one of the brokers, they said, Yakubu Gowon said, Biafran war should not have taken place if he know that he could have infiltrated Ojuku's Biafra and tell them to topple Ojuku, that it should have been easy to do. So they said the best thing to do to these people is infiltrate them, break them from inside. So that is the job Simon Ekpa is doing. As simple as that. That's why when he gave 5 days sit at home, nobody listened to him. Before, people go to sit at home because Nnamdi Kanu, anytime he goes to court. But since everybody have seen that Nnamdi Kanu has been granted discharged, even Michael Zekome came pleading, say what else do you want us to do? So people is no longer going to court. That's why people, when you say sit at home for what? The case has ended. People were sitting at home because of court case. Now the court has decided that Nnamdi Kanu should be let go. So why are they holding him? That's why some of us are saying, whatever it is, let Obi get in. By the time Peter Obi gets in, he will implement the court order that Buhari is refusing to implement. Some of us that are rooting for Peter Obi, there's a reason why we are doing it. Because Peter Obi gets in, this is a case of before you are a rule of law. The court says, set this man free, then you have to allow him to go. As simple as that. It was the same court they used to tell us that Nigerian court has proscribed IPOB as a terrorist organization. People say, is the court now, you have to appeal. Since 2017, the appeal has been on. For one day, it has not been heard because IPOB is challenging Nigeria. I put an appeal that we are not a terror organization. Let us hear the case. They refused. So it's as simple. That's why, if not for any reason why I'm voting for P2P, apart from the overwhelming evidence that Nigeria needs to come back from the brink. It is for the case that when he gets in, all this court order that the federal government is not obeying, P2B will listen to it. Because when you present him that the court has discharged the person, he doesn't have, tell the attorney general, let the person go. But Buhari refused. Why are they holding him? Just to be causing confusion because the likes of Simon Ekpa is doing their bidding. That is why. So I want people to, even if it's possible, Nigeria Watch, take it upon yourself, find out, is Simon Ekpa a member? If you love IPOB and you say you're an IPOB member, are you a member of your local branch? You cannot be a Labour Party member if you do not belong to your ward. You cannot tell me you are a member of IPOB in Finland. When the Finland family, they have a national coordinator, you are not there, you don't pay their dues. Monthly dues or annual dues, you don't pay.
Do you, Mr. CM, do you think that he's just creating chaos amongst the Igbo people?
Look, let me tell you. Look, chaos of the highest order. Chaos of the he's planted inside to destroy IPOB. Direction is there. Why don't he listen to him? He just want to be doing something. Who is following him? Because when they give him money, just creating chaos. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Simple question is, if you're IPOB, do you belong to Finland family? No. So what are you telling us? IPOB is in every country of the world, in America, in UK here. Everything, everywhere you talk about, they have their family meetings. That's why the world do not see them as a terror group. But the moment they start to, now they kind of said it. He said the moment we temper with civilized election. He said it that time. People were shocked. He said they thought they will get me. He said no matter how long it takes, we continue to agitate peacefully. We are non-violent. In fact, go and listen to that interview with Kadari Ahmed. He told her everything. He said the word he used is that he said civil disobedience and dialogue is far more potent than arms and ammunition because we fought it before and we lost lives. So why must you repeat the same thing again? Even now that the opinion of the war press is in your favor. People are saying when he goes to UN, they grant him interview. He goes to EU office in Geneva, they grant him interview. So how can you now go and then start to be anti-democratic, telling people, no. He said no. He said they can never, and since then, they've not stopped any election. the time of Willie Obiano coming for the first time, I've forgotten the year. Now they said, now they kind of say, look, sealed and delivered, election took place. Even Soludo's own election took place. In fact, don't take me for it. Chike Dozien released, I think one day I will look for it, released a memo with him more powerful. He said IPOB is not against it. They've never said election won't take place. So who is Simon Ekpa? This is the Directorate of State. That's why I said, if you want to know what goes on in Zenith Bank, go to Zenith Bank. Don't go to UBA or Union Bank or Access Bank. If you want to know what goes on in Labour Party, don't go to PDP and say PDP is doing this. They use it to interpret Labour Party. That is the mistake Nigerians are doing. And that's why if you mention Simon, nobody is with him. How can you say 5 days they sit at home? Who obeyed it? That tells you it flops. Because nobody will tell you, say, look at this idiot. You're not a member of your local branch and you want to impose yourself. Nnamdi Kanu never gave any power. The deputy to Nnamdi Kanu was Uchemefo, who left because he was bought over. So Nnamdi Kanu dissolved, say no deputy except DOS. That's all. That is the hierarchy, and that's what people are listening to. So this Simon Ekpa of people, yes, it's causing damage and bringing bad image to Igbo and the rest of people. Regret the lives being lost, like every other person we regret. But then for people to accord him, using to interpret as if it's not part. The simple test of subjectivity is, are you a member? Yes. In Finland, in your local branch? No. So what are you then talking?
Okay.
He's not part of them.
Okay. All right. From CM, he said Samuel Ekpa is not part of the IPOB. Yes, so I would like us to hear from yes, thank you very much, Mr. CM, for saying it how it is. This is what I want. Just say it how it is. If you're supporting Ekpa, let us know you are supporting him. If you are against him, let us know you are against him. You don't have to say something to make me happy. Say it how it is. Everybody saw what see how Mr. CM gave his own submission. Just say it how it is. Don't deceive anybody. We are tired of the deception from our satanic leaders. We cannot also be here deceiving ourselves. Let us know your color. If you be blue, let us know. If you be green, let us know. If you be yellow, if you be red, any color you belongs to, say it how it is. Mr. CM, just let us know what it stands for now. That is for Peter Obi or nothing. So let's move on to the next person.
But before we move on, we will quickly also recognize another super chat from Ja.
Yes.
Thank you very much. This is another one. And another one from Nice Fred.
Yes.
Yes, and another one again. I think I saw one other one from who? I don't know.
It's also Ja. It's also Ja. It's also Ja.
Okay, it's also Ja. We got one last one now from Just Ja. Ja, thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you. All right. I would like our brother Midwest people to talk to us.
Hello. Okay. Good evening.
Right.
You know, we watch so many videos. I will talk about the guy that was trying to talk. You know, talk about Tinubu. You know, covering up all those things that were very obvious for everybody to see. The thing is that these people, they think they are still in the stone age of Nigeria. They don't really understand how things have changed so far and the rate and the dynamic at which things are changing globally as we speak today, economically, security, otherwise, and other things. Country with proper data who use proper data to formulate policy are strongly to cope. United Kingdom is an example. All the European countries. Now, all those things are coming back to a country where we don't even have single data. All the policies from head. You just reason is like this, you jump into it, and at the end, they mess up the whole thing. The truth is that Nigerians are waking up. We're in a global age, and we're also in a media age. People understand very well that Tinubu, with his age, is going to be a serious disaster to the democratic system of Nigeria. If people say Tinubu is good, I support them. If they said he's a bad man, that is their own. But age otherwise, when it comes to the settings of politics of Nigeria, they can champion him. That is for them. But when you look at his age, Tinubu is just like, it should be like a father. Those who believe in him will go and meet him and seek an advice. He shouldn't think of political party or power because there's no way he can handle the reality of the enormous challenges that is currently happening in our country. So Tinubu cannot handle it. He's very hot for it. And Atiku doesn't have Nigeria in his mind. He's a Dubai-based man. He has made his money. He cannot fix anything for us. They are just birds of the same feather. The only hope we have is Peter Obi. As a Nigerian youth, as a Nigerian person, Nigeria is the only country we have. We are unique people. I keep on saying it. 2 tribes in Nigeria. We understand we have numerous tribes. I can say I'm a Bini. The other one is Igbo. He's proud of his tribe, everyone. But as far as the Nigeria secting is concerned, we have 2 people. Every politician in Igbo land, in Edo, in Yoruba land, if they want to meet, irrespective of their party, they know where to meet. Take, for example, you see them in different parties. When their daughter want to marry or their son, you see all of them there. You see a lot of them that you think that they will never talk again. So you should wake up. The youth should wake up and unite. It is the common man that is for them a different tribe. And they make law for those common men. Every law they make is not for them. That is why the judiciary can set someone free. They can decide on their own and say, hey, no, don't release that person. And that's all. That's all. So coming to all these IPOB activities, from day one, when they started these activities, there was a point where people were having interest, but it gets to a time, the way they were approaching, like to say Kanu did not advocate for a violent is lie. Even during the exercise time, there is a video Kanu make and said there is weapons in Benin, use it, keep police do this in Benin, which is not even Igbo land, which is not even part of Igbo land. Videos are there, video don't lie. But there are occasions where he also makes some video. He was saying it's free. We will do it freely. We will do it this. We will do it peacefully, and we will achieve it peacefully. So a lot of his video for all these years, so many of them contradict themselves, and some of them are loaded with propaganda. He went to United Nations. Who did he speak to? Are you talking to baby here? Do you know what it takes for someone to stand in the United Nations and talk? Those are all video stuff. And it doesn't help the situation. And this is what is intoxicating this. You believing that something big that is better than Obi is there. Everybody is not supporting it. Instead of we are supporting Peter Obi, we should join them in the movement of violence. The truth of the matter is this. We hope Nigeria work for every one of us. But if it doesn't work, we want to tear apart. I've never seen people from Benin say they want to be part of Biafra. It's never our identity. It's not. We have never been part of that kind of a way of life. There are cultural differences between them, we and them, and we also have similarity in terms of approaching things. So when you are dealing with those kind of people, you have to be concerned about so many things, how you people can clash and end up in a very big crisis. It's also there. But when you point to it, they will say you hate Igbo. They never hide this from us since this IPOB rise up. But we turn blind eyes to so many things because we look at it as an irrelevant something. But let's speak true to it, so we can rub our mind. But thank God today, many Igbo men have been contesting, but no one has reached the point where Peter Obi is today. Some of the first voice that said Peter Obi, they are from Benin. If they go back to social media, they will see it. But today, everybody rise up and we are supporting him. In the north, it's growing. People say it doesn't have structural ground. My brother, the evil structure since we started this is so large. So, but God has given him structure on ground, and that structure is the youth. Anything outside the youth, evil people have attacked it. They have money, they have weaponized poverty. So people who have not been able to afford meals this morning, the way it's going to reason is different for someone that had a very good balanced diet. So it's never the same way. They can never reason the same way. So our people back home are passing through a lot of things. We have demonstrated that when we point to say, no, we don't agree with what you are bringing, we are saying it on the basis of reasoning and interest, not on hatred. If it were hatred, I will never campaign for Peter Obi. But today I'm doing it. I knew very well it's an Igbo man. And my people are also campaigning, and they knew very well it's an Igbo man. They look beyond that ethnic identification. We saw him as a Nigerian, and we saw him like a man that God will use to lay a new foundation for this great country. There is no single region in Nigeria that is poor. But one thing I'm very sure of, even when you break Nigeria, we are still going to look for ourselves. Because definitely, no matter the abundant resources we have, we one way or the other, we will still go to ourselves and start negotiating how we can relate together as a people. If you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone. In the carcass of Wazobia, which destroyed Nigeria, politically, Igbo doesn't have a true space there. So that is why I say glass house. Now, as God is doing something great for the same Igbo people, to do something different from the rest people, you can see the effect of this so-called we are agitating for a new country. A country whereby the real problem of Biafra is the surrounding neighbors. Are they with you in your Biafra? The answer is no. You said it here just now. Yes, you have a culture of your tradition. This is how you see your king. The other people see the other way. Most of these things are, all of them begins when the British arrive. They never meet quarrel in that place. And they have eroded our history. We don't, instead of we to use this history now to connect to ourselves, we are now narrating the history on the basis of supremacy, on the basis of how this one hurt me, how this one cheated me, how this one is bad. And when you look at this, most of this history they are saying is dividing us more. And smart people that we regarded as uneducated, they are exploiting it. Tell me any engineering course where you will not go to history by that course you want to read. If you want to be a doctor, they will start with you with history of medicine. It's only in Nigeria they have tertiary institution, no history. So that is why they are producing people. But the knowledge they give to people doesn't help the society. It's a serious issue. Now, these IPOB activities, my worry is this. It's beyond political level. You see what the police narrated. From any layman point of view, this is a clear example that politically, the federal government and the so-called governments of these Eastern people, they are deeply involved in this mess. That narration did not go well with what they presented. A factory without manufacturing a tools, they have this kind of equipment that can kill everybody, but they did not throw it on you, and you engage them with gun, and they were fighting for their survival. My brother, sometimes when they talk, now why didn't you even show, you know, when they present something, if you analyze very well, you will understand that these people are, as Ekpa, I want to place the Igbo people in a position where they can no longer allow Nigeria to see our huge problem that has been on ground. We are under a total mess when it comes to insecurity. But today, when you look at the news, it is as if the activities of Igbo youth who are demonstrating is not the problem of our country when it comes to insecurity. But the reality is that it's not that. That's why we are appealing. This thing is not on the rightful track. They should stop it. They should, you know, desist from anything that will make people to be dying unnecessarily, because Nigeria government is not honest about solving this problem. Everything they want to present to people is that Igbo, and the foolish thing, you see some of them, even a Fulani that had an accident along the road, they want to present it, it is his essence. They want to take our land. What kind of foolish people? Why your people, more than 70%, are in the land of people you are pointing to? And you know the attitude of those people, their culture are not the same of your own. Please, it is high time we should declare Ekpa activity as evil, as the most stupid thing that has ever happened in the land where Igbo people settle. It's not going well. They may exploit this issue and turn it to something else. History told us the Civil War before it started, it was this same two ethnic group from the northern part and the Igbos. Gradually, this one kill me, this one kill me, this one kill me. We did it until we entered the first Civil War. That is why when some people narrate history, they want to tell you the part where they suffer. The other one will be telling you the other where we suffer. To bring unity to people is not a big problem. Okay. Nigeria is not like a conquest state. It is our time we apply wisdom to see the fact that most of these news about IPOB, they are not real. They are just fake. But there are intellectual people you cannot capture their mind if they have chance to express their own feeling. These are not, I am not convinced in any way that these are from anything that have to do with IPOB. Most of the places they have been showing that IPOB operated in this type, but you don't see this kind of weapon there. They have never thrown grenade of when they show all these kind of things they are using. And when you look at these things, you say it's a factory. Show us equipment that enables them to do it. That won't make a factory.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother Midwest people. Thank you, thank you. Before we move on to the next person, I'd like also listen to Nnamdi Kanu, what he said here.
He agrees with Obi. Are you expecting him to start saying that he's going for another candidate? He's doing his job. If he wasn't doing his job, he'd get fired. So I think that one was a wasted one. When it comes to the police uncovering the factory by supposed IPOB, you know, the thing that always just cracks me up is, why are the IPOB or why are the Biafra criminals? Why are they always so dumb? Why do they always go and do their crime with their Biafran flag? Have you guys noticed that? Whenever they bust them, they always have a Biafran flag with them. It's like they know that they're going to go rob a bank or they're going to go blow up somewhere, they're going to go kill people, but they never forget to take along their Biafran flag. It's always just comical. They always have that flag there, and they're always dressed in Biafran uniforms because they're not smart at all. Or maybe it's the Nigerian people that have forgotten that they don't trust their government. They don't trust their police. They don't trust their army. They don't trust INEC. And all of these people are corrupt. So next time they want to blackmail people, I think they should just do a better job, right? Ditch the flag, get people who can speak like very fluent Igbo, even though there's Fulani and houses in Yoruba that even white people can speak Igbo. Get people who are really they speak Konk Igbo, get those ones. And I think that one will be more believable. But the fact that they've discovered the biggest bomb factory ever in the world, and it has a Biafran flag everywhere, I think this is just rubbish. These are the same people that told you that no one was killed in NSARS. And CM, you're absolutely correct. They always pick an Igbo person to be the person telling you about the news. We've become wise to these sort of news announcements. We no longer fall for them. We think that they are comical at this point. In fact, the international community believes they're comical. The international community doesn't believe them. The only people that believe them are gullible people in Nigeria that hate Biafrans for one reason or another. Going on to Simon Ekpa. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. You have a petition going around saying that you should arrest him. You also have a petition saying that he's doing what he's legally free to do, which is fight for freedom. And I think that when you show Nnamdi Kanu's videos, people always kind of pick and choose what they show, right? There's nothing wrong with the video that you showed of Nnamdi Kanu, but I think what's incorrect is to pick and choose what you show. You need to follow the entire narrative. And the entire narrative is that people are seeking self-determination. They are freedom fighters. What does that mean? Go look at the life of Nelson Mandela. Go look at the life of other freedom fighters. These people were not always nonviolent. Nelson Mandela believed in violence in order to achieve his goals. Now, is that wrong in the realm of international law? No, because you are fighting for freedom. Nigerians are forgetting that they're the second or third most terrorized country in the world. They're forgetting that Fulani herdsmen kill people and rape people every single day. So when you're talking about fighting for your own freedom, fighting for your own existence, what you are allowed to do under international law to protect yourself, it's beyond just carrying placards and saying that we want freedom. You can defend yourself. You can fight against your oppressors. You can kill your oppressors. Those things are legal under international law. It's legal to defend yourself. And all of these people, when I think about all of these people, saying, oh, Simon Ekpa is doing something wrong, please make sure you have evidence. It's always important to have evidence. If you're going to say somebody is committing a crime, make sure you have evidence, because other than that, you're just committing defamation. You're committing slander. You should go and actually gather evidence, make sure that it's not people blackmailing him, and present it to a competent court. The last time I checked, Simon Ekpa is not hiding his face. He's someone that you see his face everywhere on social media. You have his address, you have his phone number. I don't think that the rest of the world, at least the developed world, has a pitiful intelligence apparatus like Nigeria that can't even find the Chibok girls. The intelligence agencies of the world knew where Nnamdi Kanu was, know where Simon Ekpa is, know what's going on, and to the best of everyone's knowledge, they're not arresting him. You know why? Because he's not breaking any laws. So I think that it's really important to understand, like Chuk said, what is freedom fighting? What does it mean to be a freedom fighting? Go and look at the life of Nelson Mandela. Did they not call him a terrorist? Did Nelson Mandela not get called a terrorist, even by America? So when you say all of these things and you put all of these things together, millions of people watch Simon Ekpa. They're not all stupid. Yes, some people are thinking that the current structure of IPOB or the DOS hasn't been infiltrated, but Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and 8 days went by without that same DOS saying anything. Please go and review the facts. Go and read, but I don't even expect you to, because most people who are listening to this platform are not Biafrans. Edo is not in Biafra the last time I checked. In terms of this declaration that you showed, this last historical video, I'm glad you showed that. It's actually really important that you show these things, because at the end of the day, anytime a war ends, anytime treaties are signed, there are a list of things that bring a war to an end. And that's why I keep on saying the war has actually not ended, because on one hand, it's almost like it sweets Niger Watch to hear somebody say that, oh, Biafra no longer exists. But at the other end, you don't have your historical facts. Millions of people around the world, millions of people in Alibo, millions of people in Biafra land do not think that Biafra does not exist. And they're continuing to fight for the right to self-determination. And you can't do anything about it. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. There's nothing, just like you are in the UK, Mr. Niger Watch, and you cannot stop people from Scotland from saying they're going to leave the UK. You are not going to be able to do anything about the millions of people who want a referendum and want to leave Nigeria under peaceful means. Now, if it turns out that the Nigerian state wants to take up arms against people who are advocating for self-determination,
Mr. John, it's not about me. It's about the video I played to you. It's not about me.
Okay, yeah, it's not about you. So again,
so don't be referencing to me, please.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. Why not? Okay.
Please, can I say something, Mr.
No,
John?
You can't. It's my
no,
turn.
You wait.
Stop trying to interrupt me, okay? You can say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to stop Biafra. Period. At the end of the day, it's up to the people to decide where they want to be. Do they want to be Nigerians or do they want to be Biafrans? And the world is talking about Biafra. The world will continue to talk about Biafra. And at the end of the day, a referendum will come and you'll see, based on the referendum, that the majority of Biafrans don't want to be in Nigeria. There's nothing you can do about it. It's what we all wish and hope, what we all pray to God, is that smarter people actually start to come forward, and like Michael Zuckerman, or like all of these other people that are saying self-determination is not a crime, and it doesn't lead into a war. We hope that Nigerians can be human beings, civilized people with brains, and say, you know what, all around the world, people seek self-determination and it's not a crime. So that's the only thing. I don't, people calling for Simon Ekpa to be arrested, please get facts. Don't, for people saying that, there's the biggest bomb factor in Ebonyi State, the biggest bomb. So these people constructed the biggest bomb factor in Ebonyi State, and nobody realized it until they arrested people who just happened to be carrying a Biafran flag. It's like you can. They feel like they can tell you anything in Nigeria. Python swallowed your money. A monkey ran away with billions of dollars. Rats chased Buhari out of the Aso Rock. It's like, Nigerians, we have to start using critical thinking skills. It's not a crime to want to be your own country. Nothing will be able to stop that. If tomorrow the great Benin Empire and the people within that beautiful place decide they want to, they don't want to be in a country where the Sultan of Sokoto is bigger than the Oba of Benin, like it is today, if they want to seek self-determination.
The Sultan of Sokoto is not bigger than the Oba of Benin, please. Please.
Oh, well, that's an opinion. That's an opinion.
Please stop that nonsense.
But
please. Stop that nonsense.
No, can you stop?
Now you are being stupid.
No, don't insult me. Look, the reality is, within this construct of Nigeria, if you're being honest with yourself, the Sultan of Sokoto is going to be given precedence over the Oba of Benin. That's a fact. So if you don't want that to be the case, you too can seek self-determination and you can have whatever you want in your own country. But it's never going to change the fact that you're not breaking the law. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Alex, we said it just now. Don't interrupt him. Don't interject him, please. It's not nice. Just wait for your turn, please.
Alex have to apologize because he's not supposed to use that tone.
Yes, my sincere apology. Yes,
but you're not
I'm not a proud fellow.
You cannot use that kind
apology,
of tune upon someone. Yeah,
but you're not allow you.
Alex, why are you doing this? You have changed recently, and
No,
I
but
don't
no,
like.
no, Nigel,
you are becoming a bit rude to people on this panel. That's wrong.
He doesn't have to apologize. The fact is he doesn't have to apologize. I understand that it pains people when others have their own opinion. And that doesn't agree with them, and they think that they have to degrade people. I've grown very thick-skinned. I'm like a polar bear.
This is not right. It's not
it's
nice,
fine.
Alex.
People call me stupid. Can you imagine what Biafrans are going through back in Nigeria?
He has apologized.
If people want to call me stupid, that's fine.
Okay.
One thing about John, no matter how whatever somebody's talking. John, I joined my brother Alex to apologize for that. Like I've always said on this platform, anybody can disagree.
Being
with
civil,
anybody.
he used the word stupid, and he has apologized.
Okay, that's fine. Mr. CM, your network is not very clear, but I understand what you're trying to say. That Alex have already apologized. That's fine, but please, let's be conscious about what we say. Let's listen to ourselves. You know, nobody is a baby here. Nobody's feeding anybody here. You know, and in most cases, everybody are here. You don't know who is who. We shouldn't just carry insulting anybody as we like. We should respect everybody. Even though you want to interject, even though somebody says something that you don't like, please, you know, you must respect their opinion. Let them deliver their own speech. You know, thank you very much. Let's see who is the next now. That was okay, Alex, talk to us before Mr. CBD.
No, before let's go, let's quickly also recognize Grant again. Grant, thank you for this super chat. And before you did that,
before Grant.
Yes, I'm going there. It's Alexander Gomez.
Let's just really quickly, let's read this. Let me read this out loud. It says, John E., if you think Biafra will come and Biafra land will be like London or America, keep dreaming. Wish you the best. So is it so painful to people? Is it just so painful to people?
It's not crazy. Painful,
it's
John.
So painful.
You're all wrong.
If they pain people, well. If they pain people, if they pain them, well. Okay. Can you imagine?
All right, John, excuse me.
CCM
John, listen to somebody's comment.
Jaja, thank you very much, Jaja.
Yes,
Jaja, thank you for...
John, you see him, IPOB don't invade your network.
Don't just talk because don't hear you. Your network is the worst ever.
Yes, can I come in now, please, guys?
I want to appreciate Jaja for this. And before Jaja did this, Grant before now also did. Okay, after Alexander Gomez, we had Jaja, and after Jaja,
thank you, my people. All of you that have super chatted us, we are very, very grateful. Jaja, thank you. Grant, thank you.
We have Grant.
All of you that have super chatted us today, we are so grateful. Thank you. May God bless every one of you. May your pocket never.
And after Grant, we have Grant again.
All right, let's move on. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Alex, go ahead.
The last time I checked, I am one of the people who have always been a pro-Biafran person. I'm a student of political history, political engineering, and political science. I'm presently doing my own master's degree on the same departments and the same studies. I will not be cut out by nonsensiating characters or on the social media platform. I will not be distracted. I believe in the Ojukwu philosophy. I believe and I support the motives of our great Ikemba of Inewi. I'm an Edo son, but I'm too educated to be fooled. I believe in the Biafran dreams. We're looking at the insecurity in Nigeria, looking at the killings, looking at the corruption, looking at the leadership failure, the electrical darkness, the mass migration. I believe in the Biafran dream. Of course, Catalonia is still agitating to leave from Spain. The Scottish wants to leave from the United Kingdom. Pakistan broke away from the present-day India. South Sudan left from Sudan. I believe in Biafra. But some of you guys who are the so-called IPOB, you must learn to be polite about your agitations and identify who your true foes are. Don't fight people who are fighting for you. Don't be rude to people who belong to the same idea, to the same school of thought as you. You are not the only one who can speak English. Living abroad doesn't cause madness. You don't fight for a nation alone. Even in the Civil War, people were fighting for you free of charge. Missionaries came from everywhere. You should learn to also fish at those who are fighting for you with their time. From day one, since I joined Nigeria Watch, go and check my historiography of my contributions to this platform. Each time I hear about, whenever Biafra is mentioned, I stand up tall to defend Ojukwu because of the NSAS killings. Because this is not how to run a nation. We must be honest. But that doesn't give you rights to constitute nuisance on the media platform. Telling me the Sultan of Sokoto is bigger than my king? And you expect me to just swallow it hook, line, and sinker? Not under my watch. The last time I checked, we have about 11 first-class kings in Nigeria. And no one is bigger than the other.
Alex,
and my king about Benin is one of them.
Alex, are you saying that in the Nigerian state?
So please, you said I shouldn't distract you, and I just was do your job. If it is me doing this now, I will be called names. Now he's distracting me, and no one is saying anything.
Sorry.
So I don't know why you guys are not, sensitive enough to know those who belong to your school of thought. You will not live in your Biafra alone. Nigeria will eventually break with the way things are going, unless I'm not a professional. I was trained for 4 years. I spent, studying these things, bit by bit. This is not how to run. To be honest, it's even long coming. The country ought to just fall apart by itself, and it will happen. Apart from the coming of Mr. Peter Obi, Obi is the only tiny thread holding this country. The American academia in the year 2000 predicted that in 2015 the country was going to break and go into a bloody war. Goodluck Jonathan had that. He just had the chance to make that happen. But he said, no blood of any Nigerian is worth my own personal ambition. Then that war that was pronounced was also, delayed. It's just a matter of delay. So I believe in the Biafran dreams. And yet, I'm being attacked by the so-called Biafran person, IPOB person. Everybody living in the United Kingdom are not British. A lot of them are from everywhere. They went there, keyed to the system, obeyed the laws, came to the society, integrated. That's how it's going to be if you even have a nation tomorrow called Biafra. Learn to respect people. You don't even want Biafra now. Look at the way you are behaving to people. Insulting everybody, calling people names, declaring Biafra supremacy. Come on now, guys. Let's not do this. No black person is more black person than any black person. Come on, we are all humans, man. Let's have that respect. Where did you read in any book that the Sultan of Sokoto is more than the king of Benin? Where did you read? Which book gave you that quotation?
Do you want me to answer your question?
Have you seen us going cap in hand, begging them? They come to us. We don't need them. I just want to trash that. They're all at the same level. That speech, and I watched that you played, it broke my heart. That FM speech broke my heart. Each time I watch that clip and I watch the 6 hours or 5 hours Ojukwu speech the day he declared Biafra, it breaks my heart. Looking at what is going on, looking at this state of infrastructural decay, looking at the way Nigeria has only become a zoo. Let's be honest. Nnamdi Kanu is right. The guy is right. Is this a country with the way things are going, with monkeys and animals swallowing money? This is not a country, man. For me, this is not a country. This is not how to run a country. So when people want to secede, let them leave. The Middle Belt front want to leave too. The people of the Middle Belt. At the time, those in the Delta State, they want to leave too. Everybody want to leave. Because the country is not helping anybody. A country that don't care, that don't know how to run, how to treat human beings. This is my philosophy. I believe people should be treated well. Government should be responsible. We don't have leaders in Nigeria, we have dealers. So Peter Obi is the only way, is the only thread holding this country together. And if Peter Obi wins, and it changes, the way Obasanjo those states have changed, he dances to the bandwagon of this killer machine in Abuja. Nigeria will last 6 months. It almost happened during the NSAS. It will happen again, eventually. It will happen helplessly. Nobody can help it. Because it's a natural instinct, human instinct of life. It's a survival instinct. So whether we talk about it or not, we shy away from it or not, the Biafran dream or the breaking, the tearing apart of Nigeria, unless we sit down, like that guy said, Nnamdi Kanu said, we sit down and we renegotiate our state together. This is the only way out. We did it in Aburi in Ghana. Ojuku's wristwatch was recording. Gowon was a stark illiterate as a then 29-year-old president. He didn't know the meaning of confederation. He didn't know. He signed the document. When Ojuku got to Biafra land, everybody was happy. On Aburi we stand. Everybody declared. Obafemi Awolowo told Gowon, you are a fool. You've given them their country. Do not agree. Keep on fighting. Keep on killing them. Block their source of food. This is how the war was lost. At the time, Biafrans were winning the war. Why are we talking about this today? It's very important we know what caused the war and we can avoid it because it's coming again. It's very close to us, guys. So we had the national confab in 2014. Nnamdi Kanu said it just now. I'm not just talking, I'm talking with facts because I'm a student of history and politics. What the resultant effect of that confab, if it was implemented, it would be a different story. But they sat down on it. The Fulani killer machine in Abuja sat down on that confab result. It's in Abuja there. They should visit it and treat everybody with the proper federal character. So those in the East agitating for self-actualization is not a crime. I would be lying if I say it's a crime. I will never be against anybody who wants to live this fraudulent social contraction. Who made us one? Is it not Flora Shaw and Lord Lugard, 1914? After a bloody war from 1890s, which Benin Kingdom was also invaded, and my king was deported to Calabar. Have we forgotten the massacre that took place in this kingdom? For that reason, I have not forgiven the British up to now. Anything British, I'm very, very hostile. I'm very hostile politely anyways. So we are not one. They made a contract with them in the north to continue to help them rig elections and make them rulers. Over who forever? Over our dead bodies. We will not be part of that social contraction. So I want to speak to Mr. Peter Obi and his group. As God will take him to that post. If he gets there, he should storm the British High Commission and the British Buckingham Palace with a team of experts, historians, political scientists, administrators, people who are born in this country to renegotiate the social fraudulent bloody contraction called Nigeria. We were not one. We were different nations existing as one. They brought us together by the barrier of the gun. They destroyed many places, massacred people, raped women. They forced us together. We have never been one. We don't speak the same language. We don't eat the same food. We don't dress alike. How are we one? So it's a British and the Northern Nigeria conglomeration to continue to impoverish Nigerians. And now this generation is saying, Kabutu rejectamenta. We reject it. So, but for now, we must give democracy a chance for the very last time. I will join them to pick guns if it doesn't work come next year. During the NSAS, I was one of the leaders in my own area. So I'm not a coward. At some point, it seemed like we are cowards, but we are not. We choose our fight and when to fight. Because we don't have a nation. It's just a business center. I don't support oppression. I don't support marginalization. I don't support criminality. I support justice, fairness, equity, rule of law. This is how life is everywhere around the world, where we are all running to. So, guys, we must ask our kamikaze, our leader just now in Labour Party. God will take him there with our vote. He should start.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Let me round up, sir. You should start by, first of all, healing the land and calling for a national confab on the way forward. Thank you very much. And sorry, Mr. Leftist, please, 30 seconds. I do not also believe what they said about those things they found. The Nigerian police force are a set of comedians. They are frustrated. They are starved. They are not well paid. So when you throw any money at them, they can say things. Those are not Biafran criminals. In fact, no criminal was showed. So I don't believe this thing. So we have this kind of police intelligence. We couldn't catch those that bombed our federal maximum prison, Kuje prison. People that killed Deborah are still walking scot-free in the north. People that, took over a whole railway line with Niger passengers are still walking scot-free in the north. And they have intelligent tactical teams. I say capital rejetamenta to that fallacy. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Leftist, I have to apologize to Alex. Could I please just apologize to him? I think he misinterpreted what I said. Now, when I said that the Sultan of Sokoto is greater than the Oba of Benin, what I was referring to was back in August of 2021, when they had planned to install the Sultan of Shuwa, Arab, in your Edo state. I said, how can they be doing this? It's the Great Benin Empire. But you're telling me now that the Sultan of Sokoto is not greater than the Oba of Benin. That makes sense to me, because I've always believed that the Benin Empire, the Great Benin people, should be a people of their own, not influenced by other people. But when I saw them trying to install an emir back in August of 2021 in your Edo state, I said to myself, now, wow, what's this? Is it that?
But are you also aware that we stopped it?
Yeah, I was aware that you stopped it. But then when I saw them saying that, every one of them.
Are you aware they came on the TV to make apology to us?
I saw them make apology, but I said, in the art of war, since they're having 20-something children and you guys are only having 4 children, eventually just
numbers don't win war, my brother.
Okay, I'm just saying, it just seemed to me that there's.
Have you heard about the theories of guerrilla fighting and the theory of warfare?
I don't want you guys
warfare, rather.
I don't want you guys to go into guerrilla warfare in your own Benin.
So we are just talking. So my brother, all the kings are the same for now. No king is bigger than any king among the first class 10 kings in Nigeria. They are first class. There are 1,000 kings, but they are just 10 first class in Nigeria. Yes. 10.
Yes, I believe that Fulani also agree with you that their Sultan of Sokoto is not greater than your Abba.
I don't care about what they do, so long they keep killing people. They should take their madness far from Benin Kingdom.
Well, they're multiplying in their numbers now. They're outpopulating you guys pretty soon.
And you think we are not multiplying our numbers?
No, it's just that they're having 27 kids for every one, while you're only having 4 or 5.
Let me put in a word, please.
I think that is a different something. It's entirely. He told you that we choose our own fight. Everybody understand that we are in trouble in Nigeria. Everybody agree that things are not working, but it is the approach that we are talking about here. The same people you need to defend your land. You can't send them with empty hand, wood and stick to start a war. Even the Biafra war started in the land of the Yoruba. This is my own fact, not in Biafra land. The first Nigeria combat between Biafra and Nigeria army started at Ore. You can see the distance. When you have a task in your hand, be sensitive how you push your people. Because the same people you need to defend yourself, you may make mistake to push them in the wrong position. May that not be our portion. No, Nigeria is a keg of gunpowder.
Midwest people.
It may explode anytime.
You said Nigerian Biafra war. Nigerian Biafra war started in Yoruba. Where?
In Ore. That was where the Nigerian army and Biafra army entered combat.
People, you said Nigerian Biafra war started in Yoruba land.
No, it was Ore. Adekule, the Black Scorpion, was the person who led the battalion.
Excuse me, Midwest people. Biafra started in Yoruba land. Where?
There is no way Nigeria army can reach Calabar land without crossing the Midwest.
Excuse
So
me,
you should not put that one aside.
Just
Let
one
us forget
moment.
about that.
You said Midwest people, you said Nigeria Biafra was started. Listen, can you listen to me, Biafra, me Midwest people? You said
Okay,
Nigeria
I'm
Biafra
listening.
was
I'm
started in
listening.
Yoruba land. Where?
In Ore.
Yes,
That was where the
Yoruba
combat
land.
started.
Did it start?
Okay, where did it start?
You said
listen, there was a quarrel. I am not saying there was not a crisis. Let me clarify myself. I am not saying there was no killing between a tribal
You
killing.
said
It was
Nigeria
just
Biafra war started in Yoruba land.
the combat started at Ore. Every historian in Nigeria understand
It's
that
a
there was.
lie. It's a lie. The combat. It's a lie. The combat.
Where did it start?
It's
Nigeria
a big
Biafra
lie.
war.
It's a very big lie, sir.
Listen,
Okay,
you don't
you clarify me. You clarify me where that war started from.
It started in Gakem.
Where? In what region?
Outside the Ogoja area in Cross River State.
Okay, now you want to listen. You see why we have problem when we go to history.
Cross River now. Cross River
Okay,
State.
no, you listen now. You listen. You listen
It's
carefully.
history, my brother. Go on.
I also want to clarify myself to you.
Ask
Let me tell you.
ordinary Google. You don't even need to go.
No, it is. You see the problem we have in the South. When we go to history, we divide more because we hate truth. And instead of we to go to truth and know how our enemy defeated us, we will argue against ourselves. You said Ogoja. For a Nigeria, listen, I want to tell you.
Listen.
Okay.
You are taking it too
please
far.
give us to 2 minutes.
You said
give us to 2 minutes. Let it clarify how it started in that place.
Land. I said no.
Okay, clarify where it started.
I'm only particular. Yes, listen. Nigeria Biafran war started. It started in a place called Gakem in Cross River State, which I said is outside Goda area. That was in July 1967. 1 month after the declaration, on July 7th or something, but it was in the month of July 1967 at Gakem. That was where it started. The first bullet was fired, not in Yoruba land.
And I want to clarify something to you. Why I make that reference? If I'm giving like 2 minutes. Before any combat between Nigeria government, because I am saying it for historical purpose, for we to learn, we are now in a difficult situation. And that same thing is starting again. These things you are looking, because I see no reason why. So, look, before anything happened, there was a region that separates your eastern region and from Nigeria as a whole. That region was the first place to test the Biafra war. It was captured. A republic was declared by the same Biafrans, not Nigeria government fighting now. I am just telling you history, and they like to bury all these errors. We look, if we don't go deep to know exactly our error, we will make it again. I pray for that not to happen. Everybody is not happy. No child is happy about his country. I don't even know. The country is not our country. We are trying to
corrected you.
Mr. Alexis, I think I'm the next person.
That is
okay. You may not agree with me. I just throw something to you now for historical purpose. Every historian understand that Ojukwu declared Benin Republic.
An example, just hold on, just a second. Listen. You are setting a different question and answering it yourself. You are setting a different question and answering it yourself. It's like saying that today is Monday when everybody knows that today is Friday. That's all I've told you. I'm not doubting your history. You are trying to lecture us on. If today is Monday and you tell us it's Friday, I'm trying to bring you back that today is Monday. It's a simple thing. I mentioned Gakem. Gakem is not Yoruba land. Gakem is in Cross River, outside the Ogoja. That's why I said you were wrong when you say Nigeria Biafran was started in Yoruba land. That was where I'm particular about. That's why I mentioned Gakem.
Thank you.
Gakem is not
Thank
a
you.
Yoruba land.
You may be right on your own, but when you make history carefully, before it became a full-scale war, a Republic of Benin has been declared by the Biafra because the territory has been captured.
And Nigeria government at this time were not able to protect the Midwest people. It is in our history, it is very clear. But when you try to sideline this area, why am I saying this thing? I am seeing a situation that is very dangerous. The political gladiators in Nigeria want the power, crook and hook, and in a situation where people are so hungry. I don't know why we follow the election. I pray for peace to reign, but we must know where we made mistake. Everybody continue to blame Fulani for everything. And that is why if they are not careful, they will lose again. Fulani did not start this democracy. A Yoruba man from South ruled for good 8 years. We could not see what has been happening to us for years. Power came to South. We are not able to see this problem. But we are the most educated and most degree people. At the end now, if Fulani is ruling, we want to see it as the only people that has created problem for this country. This is the hour we need to see ourselves as one and abolish history of you were the only person that was wrong. You must come and apologize. You were the only person that started this problem. It cannot help us. They are not the one even holding us. It is the distrust among us based on history that have been polluted in the southern part of Nigeria that is keeping us on this bondage. Quote me anywhere and people will know very well I'm saying the fact. If we know the right history, we will get out of this mess. They are not our problem. We don't know our territories. We don't know how to divide ourselves. We cannot sit down and talk as people. It's a problem. Every time you want us to see them, we can continue to see them, but they are advancing. As that man rightly said, are they not on our doorstep? Let us put it that way now, what John said. They are there already. So even when we still say we are whom we are, but are they on our doorstep? The answer is yes. Just transfer whatever John and ask to what I'm saying. Then you will understand that we are really in serious trouble. The southern part of Nigeria is in total mess. We should know because we are not united and we are not strategized people. So I leave my case there so that other people can say their own.
Well, since you people don't finish an argument between where war for start, where war for not start, me, I kept quiet to be listening to you people because me, I'm not just interested in where the war started and where it did not start. All my interest here is come 2023, let's have the right set of leadership. That's my only interest. This history are very important, but they are not what we need right now. We've suffered enough. We've suffered enough. They've used all of us. They've made us to believe certain things which are not true. They've made us to see ourselves as enemies. It is just a chess game. If only we can understand the game. It's the divide and rule component they are using to make us look like we are nobody, just to make them continue to have the opportunity to confuse us and make us see them as they are above us. We're all equal before humanity and before God. Nobody's above anybody. We must take it back. We must claim it back.
Please.
The issue is for us to get a better Nigeria. If you watch, this secession is being brought by what? Is it not bad leadership? You had Nnamdi Kanu saying he cannot trust them anymore. You had him saying, yes, he will keep pushing civilizedly, not by war. He gave examples of how we've been. He gave an example of how we've been all be cheated, how we'll be oppressed, how we'll be marginalized, that we need a total restructuring. If things were working the way it is, do you think there will be room for someone like Sunday? No. No. There won't be need for Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho came as a result of bad government, failure of the central powers to protect him and his people. He saw the plan and he became angry. If everything is normal, we would have this problem now. Same way the player that said he's dedicating his winning to the Arab world. Let's take it from there. Some of these people does not really believe in any other persons. Some of these people actually have something in mind. They think they are more better than every other person. And this is the case we are having in our countries. And we need to change it from now on. We need to understand that we are one people, same strength. Nobody's a dummy. Sometimes we say the Delta people are not white. Yes, because their leader made them to look like that. If you take them to school, introduce them, expose them, they will be better and good like me and you. Nobody's an imbecile. So they are deliberately putting these people behind for them not to know the truth in order to make use of them. It is a war. We are not saying it. It's a war we need to continue to fight. So we're going to give room to, yes, Chibos or RD. It's good to have you back.
I thought I was
Yeah. Good evening, good day, Mr. Niger Watch. Good day, everybody listening. You know, I just lost contact previously, but now I managed to come back. I listened to most of the panelists. They have spoken well, and the reference to the video you just posted. None of the panelists can be able to analyze that video, and this that very declaration, the terms and conditions that is involved that put Nigeria into darkness today was mentioned in that declaration, and I believe none of the panelists can be able to pick it up. When Philip Epson was making that declaration, according to the terms and conditions, is loyal to the present political platform they have as of then, and they surrendered to the not Federal Republic of Nigeria. They surrendered to Federal Military of Nigeria, and they are loyal to their every policy and the terms and conditions they give them to surrender, to make them to surrender in that war. And you can see the declaration. He said that every future arrangement in the Constitution, he talked about the constitutional arrangement in that very declaration.
Bam.
He said that every future constitutional arrangement should involve every Nigerians. And that very constitution is what is causing us a problem today. And that amendment was amended by Abacha, which is still the same military government, and the same terms and conditions that make those Biafrans to surrender still remain in the inside Aso Rock today. Nobody can be able to change that very constitution.
Bam.
And this is what. Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. And this is the area where all this, let me say, the military head of state, which dominated by the Northerners, you know, lay their hand and make sure that that power transparency, that leadership transparency, that administration transparency could not exist in the Nigerian civil society, in the Nigerian judicial system of law. They just imposed democracy to us. But according to that very declaration, there was no constitutional arrangement. There is no constitutional amendment. There is no constitution that said in that very declaration that all people are included. They just write it in a paper, and you can see there is none of those happening in our society today. And that is why the Philip Epson said that Biafra is here, ceases to exist. And that grammar there was so complicated. It's a very complex grammar. Ceases, meaning that you have seized it, it's not dead, it's still breathing, you seize it or you lock it up somewhere. In a very good day, if the jailbreak, he can be able to escape again and start making trouble. And because of the constitution, because
they don't get it. They don't get it.
You know. So and now the person you have seized have now wake up again and became active again. because of the constitutional arrangement was not properly agreed the way they signed it there. So, and that is why you see the Biafra right now, because he have come here, ceases to exist. Now he have came back again because he's still alive. He never died because of those constitutional arrangements was not implemented and it was not done properly. And another thing I want to add up in that Abreu Accord, they went to Ghana to have an arrangement on it. The people who engineered that very Abreu Accord was the British. The British was the orchestrator of those Abreu Accord. So when British called Kwame Nkrumah and to organize that meeting in Abreu, so the outcome of that Abreu was so successful. Everybody agreed on it. Everybody was happy. And what was the agreement was all the civil servants, the military, all the security agencies, those who reside in the north, if you are from the south, if you are residing in the north, you must return back to the north. The Yorubas should go back to the Yorubas with their military hardware and whatever. Igbos must go and Hausas must go. And the center, which is Abuja, everybody should be reporting to the center. So, and when the British, it wasn't Awolowo, the British, when after the meeting, British Gowon have to report back to the British, and the British told him no, that he mustn't accept that, because if he accepts that, that will bring a division between the Nigeria they have created, because they spend a lot of time to create this so-called Nigeria and bring them together. But if they agree in that Abreu Accord, immediately they get to Nigeria, Gowon have to make an announcement so that every active government officials should return back to their state. So Gowon couldn't make that. He couldn't do that because after British have told him, no, don't make that declaration because that will bring a very big division between all of you. So Gowon from sick, he never make that declaration. He never make any announcement. So, and that is where Ojukwu now went and consulted Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Actually, Ohanaeze Ndigbo was the only one who gave him the power to even, engage in a war that they are behind him. There was a lot of controversy anyway, but the problem was the outcome of that Abreu was everybody should be active in their region and let Abuja control the whole thing so that there will be peace in Nigeria. But Gowon never implemented it, and that was where everybody started having, misunderstanding. And that is when the war now started. Thank you.
Yes, let me quickly correct your English that ceases to exist, meaning it is locked somewhere. There's nothing like locked somewhere. When entity ceases to exist, it means it's no more existing from thereof. So let not twist it here. This is we are the
leftist. You missed the point. There were conditions to the end.
To me. I don't miss no point. No,
you missed it. You missed it. What are the conditions to the end of the Biafran war?
Don't interject.
You don't even know the conditions, leftist.
The right word continue to exist. When anything ceases to exist, it means it's not in existence.
But Lefty, can I say something?
Hold on, please.
Okay.
Unless you people want me to leave this place for you. You cannot be
don't go.
I'm not finished. You think you know more than me? If you know more than me, please come and call it. I missed the point. How?
Because you failed
just
to realize.
talking of the English. You try to change the English to something else. In English language, anything that from thereof ceases to exist, meaning it has stopped. Not it's not dead. But when there's a condition to it, and the condition that made it to cease is not met, it means I can't trust you no more. We agree that if I must cease, you must do this, you must do that, you must do this. And you refuse to do this. It means you are breaking the contract.
That's why he was making a play on words. That's why he was joking around. That's why it's not ceasing to exist. Don't you get it? That's why he was joking with you. You're taking it too literally. He's talking more about the conditions in which the Biafran War ended, which have not been fulfilled. Thus, it is not ceasing to exist.
Well, secessionists, like Alex said, every group of people have the right to choose what they want, where they want to live. All this is what we'll be talking about. If we have a good leader, a unifier, a leader that listens, a leader that gives everybody what they want and treat everybody same, a leader that operates under one law, we need a lot of restructuring. A cooking pot for the chameleon is a cooking pot for the lizard. You cannot use a particular pot to cook chameleon and you are using another pot to boil the lizard. No, not the same pot. If we need Nigeria, this is the time. We must be sincere. We must be serious. We won't make it across board. If it is 10 naira for me, it is 10 naira for you, no matter what. No condition attached. Work for it. The cheating is just too much. And this is why secession are coming in, where one region thinks they own it all, and it is wrong. No region should own it all. No region. If we are one, we are one. If we are not one, we are not one. So if you are missing it, that is why I agree. If we miss it in 2023, there's going to be a lot of problem. Yes. Yes. That's why we are saying, let's vote Peter Obi come 2023. A man we think and we know that will bring us out of so much of this problem we are facing. A man that doesn't look at certain things, it does it the way it should be. If it's 10 naira, please take your 10 naira and make sure you use it wisely. How can a country be operating on two laws, Sharia laws and Nigerian constitution? Then, if we must do that, we should allow every other region to also create their law. There are people serving Ogun. Ogun have law. There are people serving Siago. There are people serving so many things. They can also implement in their area their laws. Yes. Nobody's against doctrine. If you're a religious man, you want to create your doctrine within your confines of your religion, create it. Let it be for just you and your people, not other people. So you cannot bring your doctrine into our constitution and use it to whip all of us. Nigeria will not be one if we miss it. And it is so clear. People have been like, people seem not to be aware all this why. People seem to be quiet. But now, there's this parable that when you to put sand or bland mal soup, you go feel them. The sand done too much since APC came into power. Since Buhari came, it became too clear that Nigeria is not for us. It's for certain people. You cannot be using our military to oppress us. You cannot be using our military to force us to do what you want, or in the name of religion. You cannot be using our military to protect few set of people. No, there's no way the world is done. You cannot be forcing your cow into all of us. It's not by force. It's a personal business. This is where the problem is. Sunday Igboho came up as a result of too much of killing, too much of oppression. A lot of this things started, just like somebody said, Kogi, some other region wanted to leave. Killings became too much. And we know them, you know them, and you are encouraging them. At the time, they said, yeah, it is their right, just like area boys in Lagos are doing. So these people are also doing their own. Doesn't make sense. They released how many numbers of Boko Haram of recently? These are known people, known destroyer, known killers. They were released, pardon. Why did they not pardon Nnamdi Kanu? If it is not because of what they are doing, would it have been that Nnamdi Kanu would have said, protect yourselves?
Mr. Elvis, that is constitutional arrangement by the Nigerians. That is where it falls into. That constitutional arrangement.
And that constitutional arrangement is what we're going to change. We must change it. It's not favoring us. We must use one constitution, one law for the country. There must not be two laws in any region. No. One natural law. If you want to make your personal law in your state, you can make a state law. Yes, not a law that will become a religious law. Religion is personal. We are talking of law. Religion is personal. My belief. Respect my belief. The new Prime Minister of UK, what's his name? He's not a Christian. Before he came, we saw him holding cow, some news, and you saw him doing some sacrifice before he get to his office. Did anybody kill him for that? It's personal interest. It's religion, what he believes in. It does not affect you. It's him, it's me. So religion should be personal. If the northern people want to drive Sharia, let them use it within themselves. Let them not use it against any other person that is not a Muslim. That is why we are having this problem. Let's say it the way it is. We must say the truth. You can't come to my region, I go to church, and when you pass through my church, whatever you do, we don't care. We talk to you and we don't kill you. Then when I come to your region, I say one thing, you kill me, you stone me to death. What is the meaning of that? Is that not barbaric? No, if they are listening to us, is that not barbaric? That is barbaric.
But they said
more equal.
They said but they said they spread by the sword. It's by force. Maybe you're not understanding how they spread.
You see, it's a war. Whether we like it or not, the America has been fighting the same war. It's a war against the nation. The Arab nation want to take over the world. It's a competition. So they're doing everything possible to make sure they grab you, take over everything. And if we don't fight, they won't stop. Anywhere they are in the world, they cause this problem. It's a war. Just look at the just concluded football, Moroccan football. We heard what a player said is to the Arab nation, not to the Arab. So it's a war between a certain religion trying to show themselves and take over. That is what we are facing in Nigeria. Let's not just run away from it. The truth about all this is a war. And these people are so indoctrinated, they don't want to hear. And they are very local. Local that they have no strength. They can't fight you. They don't have that strength. Because they are so local and they don't have this strength, they are not even civilized. So they try to plant their people in places where there is power and use the power your own power to fight you. That's what they are doing. It almost happened to UK now. We all know the story now. They wanted to infiltrate the royal house. Are we going to say we don't know the story? The death of Diana, is it ordinary? They infiltrated, they wanted to get into the power. That's what they are doing. It's a war. So not until we know the truth, all this one will be saying is just blah, 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 blah. This is the truth. And if we are not ready to make us all one, the same, use one law, this problem will continue. Certain areas, certain people, they're going to be picking people that can talk, add them to the say, give them everything, back them up. It's a war. We are already in war. If you are waiting for us to carry gun, no, we're already in war. And so we have to be very clever. If we must win this war, it is now. Look at everybody in the government institution. How many Igbo man is the head, or Benin man is the head, or Yoruba man is the head? Is it not the planted mugus, people that cannot write nor read? Look at them coming to talk. Did they talk like normal human being that has it? No. That's for you to know that it's a war. They are taking over the head of affair. They will use it against you. You use it. You she will be Momona. Would they allow them now? Now we give them the chance, make them they overuse us now.
They even have PVCs.
Naturally, I don't want to talk about tribe, but it has come to the extent that we need to say it the way it is. And this is just the problem we have. If we don't have this problem, nobody will cry out. I go to my work, you go to your work, you do your production, I do my production, you bring it to the market, we use the same money to buy. The same law, if I cheat, the law takes me. If you cheat, the laws take you. If they catch, those are the catch. If we can do this, nobody will not be having this much problem. Will not. But it's all clear, it's very clear. So we have been here we're just going to, how many people that have not spoken? Okay, I don't think we have a lot of
We should give a minute round so we can round up.
Yes, as I was talking now, I think some people missed on super chat. Daniel, thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you for your super chat. I think that's the only one that came in.
No,
so we're going to be
we have another one here. Okay, it's Daniel.
Daniel is all through. It's Daniel.
Daniel. Okay, thank you so much.
Daniel.
Yes, yeah. God bless you, Daniel, for the support.
It's been Daniel. It's just like he's doing Christmas. Today's our Christmas day.
All right.
You've not
let's
called me,
move on.
Mr. Nigeria.
Who is talking?
CBD.
Yes, we are going to do a roundup now, so we close. You already contributed earlier on.
No, that's the other topic now. But it's okay.
No, CBD, please talk to us.
Oh, just so you have not talked on this particular one still?
No, he has not.
No.
Can you imagine? Wow. You are a very patient person, though. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
On the Effiong.
No.
Yeah, thank
you.
Please.
Go ahead. Hold on, Mr. CM. Your network is always bad. Go on, CBD.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. CM. I don't know. I thought in London everything is smooth. Well, the thing is, these people of like what Lefty were just talking about, and that's one thing we need to understand. Like, if you come to the Christians, we need to watch out for all these charlatans and con men that tries to parade themselves as followers of Christ, while some of them, we know that they are all just business people looking for money, not just bad business, fake business people. Then when it comes to Islam, you have to be able to also look out for the extremists. There are some of them that are doing it the way it's supposed to be. Like I always say, that true Islam is not bad, but at the same time, there are those that are doing it, in a different way, with some kind of agenda, pushing some kind of agenda of some politicians. And we always used to make the mistake thinking that some of these politicians from, let's say, for example, the north or somewhere, we think that they are all genuine Muslims. No, for some of them, they use it as a means of, they use that religious, authority that they have somehow to kind of, push their own agenda of maintaining power, political power, and that's how they've been doing across Africa in some places. So we need to be very careful. Um, Almost every region in the south, maybe apart from the southeast, have a significant amount of Muslim. I think the Yorubas are about over 40%. I don't know how the current standing, but then you come even to the south. I think there are some places in south that also have Muslim, although they are not much. I think even Asari Dokubo himself is one. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that just the same way we have to look for those people in Christianity, we also look for, everybody have their own challenges. Then, uh, then this thing of the IPOB issue. The thing is that, like I was saying, it's just quite unfortunate that the media cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. But at the same time, we know that what Mr. Alex was saying, and I think people that are IPOB, me, I'm not an IPOB member, people that are all doing into all that should also understand there is a lot of people that share that are in the same school of thought with Mr. Alex. Not necessarily like IPOB members, they are not IPOB members, but they understand what is going on. And you cannot always think that this IPOB and Biafra issue will be you're either for Biafra or against Biafra. No, there are some people that will be like, okay, I understand what you guys are doing, but we need to, the strategy, the approach needs to be in a way that it will not endanger the life, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are not ready to put their self or their loved ones in harm's way. So, and that is where the disconnect is sometimes. So it's not like we're not seeing all these things, but you need to be able to make sure that you do not allow any kind of frustration make you to, just act out of that emotion, or because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you're the one that will be that will lose. You're the one that will be in harm's way, because they have the firepower and all that. But having said that, I also don't believe that that video, because it's not. There's a lot of contradiction, and I don't know how many minutes was that video, and showing why they should have also shown us the people that they are, or didn't they catch anybody in the, in the vehicle? They just showed us the flag, and they showed us a few opened, I don't know what those things are, saying that there's a factory and all that. So it's a factory in that building. No, nothing was explained, unless if the video is not the full video. Maybe I don't know. So it's it's just quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. So, but the Biafra thing, to be honest with you, with the way Nigeria is going, I'm telling you, sometimes it's very hard to make a case for one Nigeria, because the government, the federal government, a lot of things that they are handling very wrong. So how do you even to make a case, like we're talking about somebody in the north being sentenced for execution, in the same country through sharia, and you're saying that if somebody have their own law in the south or their own region is wrong. So there's just quite a lot of things that is wrong, and I feel like if the federal government wants everybody to be one Nigeria within 1 week, they'll do it. It's very simple. That's why when Peter Obi is talking, he's talking about, it's very simple. You hear him when he wants to talk about security, he say it's simple. When he wants to talk about economy, he say it's simple. It's just a matter of having the will to make sure that the country is fixed. Because if they want, it's a matter of just kind of addressing the key issues facing the country, and all these things. I'm telling you, all the security, everything we are seeing is just the willingness or the willpower, or just even the decision to do it is what the government is lacking. It doesn't mean that they cannot do some of these things. And that's why we have to give Peter Obi a chance. And you know, you cannot just be somewhere and assume that everything has already gone to hell, because at the end of the day, you don't know all, you don't know everything. So we give Peter Obi a chance. We believe that there is a chance, and if it is rigged, we are all going to see it, and they know that if it is rigged, everybody's interest will be, you know, will be out of this, you know, will disappear from being one country. So I just believe that we need to just hold ourselves together and make sure that we bring Peter Obi in power. Thank you.
Let's move on to the next person. The reason why we gave that long time to ECBD because he have not contributed. So every other person, please, you're going to have 1 minute. We're rounding up now. We've been here now for the past 5 hours. So I'm going to start with Chibuzo Adi. Please give your 1 minute submission, sir.
Yeah, thank you again, Mr. Niger Watch and the listeners and panelists. What I want to encourage everybody here, and I want to advise everybody is, according to the video you play, which review, I keep on repeating it, which review the constitutional review and the constitution and the arrangement with the Nigerians.
You were actually the one that drawn our attention to that video because Ima told me that you requested for it.
Yes. Yeah, because of if you look at the declaration, because that is the reason why you show that video. That declaration was a fraud. How I say it's a fraud is because the agreement was not implemented, and the party which the Biafran surrendered to did not meet the mandate. And that is why I said that when Philip Edson said that Biafra is here to ceases to exist, I mean that when you seize something, you seize it. You didn't kill it, you just seize it. Then later you release it, or the person escape. So that means that the person have escaped and become alive again, and they start doing his own thing again. So we need to look into that constitution reform. If we want to get Nigeria right, we need to revise the fixtures and make sure that the law that the military imposed on us, we need to visit it and make sure that Nigerians come together according to Philip Epstein and now make a proper constitution that can drive Nigeria forward. Because current constitution are imposed to us by the military, and that is what we are using today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chibuzo Adi. I really appreciate you. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. At least, even me myself, I didn't have knowledge of that at all. So you actually broadened me on that. So that's why I said on this platform, we all are learning from each other. Nobody's better or known than anybody. We are learning from each other. How Nigeria will become a better place is what we all are fighting. And we have the hope already. Is Mr. Peter Obi. Even when we know that some people, they are not happy. They are not following Peter Obi. That's fine. It's very, very small margin. It's just like 5% is against this movement of Peter Obi. So why should we worry about that? And John is part of the 5% people. I want to make a invest more. All right, let's move on. All right, I have let's move on. Midwest people, my brother, please talk to us.
Yeah, I will say that I'm still appealing that these challenges that is before us as a people of Nigeria is a problem of everybody. We must be sensitive to how we approach it because it's very volatile and we don't know the direction it's going to take us to. And I will still appeal to those who champion sit at home. When you know that your command is dividing your people, you stop it. But your people are united. I don't think we can stand against the storm. The people we are dealing with, I understand them. They are ready for all scenario. And they are always trying to strategize. You can't even predict them. and because they have a lot of chances that they are be exploiting against us. One, history. One, we are so divided. Third, we are the level of distrust among us. I don't know how we're going to treat it. So, but if we are patient, because it is touching everybody. It's even touching the people you are accusing. Even some occasionally, if you analyze this, it's more than us. Let us go for political party. God has raised us a man. The purpose of raising Peter Obi is to save soul. Jonathan did it in the past, and I believe Peter Obi will also be in that position for us to lay a fresh foundation, a foundation that will allow every one of us, whether east, north, south of the country, whether everybody, we will come to a place to say, this is not the land our ancestors labor for. So let us build a new nation. Like that, my brother said, it ceased to exist. If the way interpreted is very correct. Nigeria government has released it, and many Biafra is in everywhere. Igbo is in somewhere, it's because of the same thing. I, as a Benin person, I'm not happy with the situation in Nigeria. Likewise, you that is here, it's just the approach that is keeping everybody to be, watching carefully. So many Biafra is already hard from where they seize it to be, because Nigeria government failed to treat what caused the first problem. So that is why many is in everywhere. It's just that people are turning blind eyes, but it is approaching. But may God help us to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. CM, you are going to be the last person that will talk. Maybe by then your internet will be good. Let's move on now to, before that, let me quickly acknowledge Jerison Obasoan. Jerison Obasoan, thank you so much for this wonderful support. I'm so grateful. Thank you for, in fact, for your continuous support. Thank you. May God bless you. May God replenish your pocket. Every one of you that have supported us today, I want to say we are grateful. Thanks for the encouragement. Thanks for the pushing. For you guys are the one pushing us to do more, and really we are putting more effort to really give you the best. That's all. So we come here, we submit a video for you, we talk on it, and we allow you people to also air your own views. So yeah, that's what we are doing here. Together with togetherness, we achieve Peter Obi. Thank you, my people. All right. Let's move on now to Alex. Mr. Alex, talk to us. You have your 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Najaos. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to render my sincere apologia or apologies to the House for the fortuitous or for the adventitious or extemporal and impromptu outbursts. I'm so sorry to the platform. It's a debate. Go to National Assembly sometimes of different countries, you see them carrying chair, carrying the maize. It happens. So it's not in my usual character to do this, but maybe today I was fired up by some things I saw from the suffering Nigerians. So my sincere apology to Mr. John E. You are my brother. You will always be my brother, in spite of the ideological dichotomy. So yes, that aside, and apologies to those on the comment section if you feel embarrassed or insulted over my outburst. We will set up a committee to look into this. But first of all, my sincere apology. That's on a lighter note. I remain a pro-Biafran person. With the way Nigerian government has led the country since 1970, they now accentuated it. They now made it obvious that Ojukwu was right. Ojukwu will be turning in his grave, knocking all those people he sent message to Lagos to dislodge Gowon. Those of them who are dead already, they'll be fighting over there. Say, I told you, look at the country. So the country is a complete mess. This is why everybody is talking about Biafra today. If Biafra was really existing, everybody would have been going there to seek for political residency. To be honest, to go and invest and buy real estate and have citizenship or something.
Thank you.
So guys, let's look for the way we can bring in Peter Obi with our PVC. Our leaders have failed us. We have to be united now. I call on Samuel Ekpa to ceasefire, whether it's being sponsored or not. He should preach peace and let's give peace a chance so we can salvage the whole country for Mr. Peter Obi. This is the time for us to really be very, very wise. And I call on all the Igbos, political gladiators, the governors, the senators, they should stop being puppets of the Fulani killer machine in Abuja. We have to save this country and sit down and rethink on the way forward. So once again, thank you very much, guys. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Before we move on to the next person, yes, I would like to quickly confirm this, to let you guys know that, yes, the Labour Party candidate hold on, my people, let me take this off screen. Let me take this off screen. Good. And I need to take the other one off. 1 minute. Okay, the Labour Party House of Assembly candidate shot dead in Imo State. Okay, so nothing on the screen, leftists, please. So the Labour Party candidate of House of Assembly shot dead, as you all can see right there. Let's quickly go through with this. Yeah, that's it. The Labour Party State of Assembly candidate of Unuomo local government in Imo State, Honorable Christopher Eleho, was shot and killed yesterday by unknown gunmen. Honorable Eleho, aka Wasco, was assassinated in his home late Thursday night, just yesterday night. His assailant also burnt down his house and cars. This sad development is coming amidst a recent resurgence of attack by suspected members of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, and IPOB. It's very sad though. It's very, very sad. When I saw this earlier on, I was very heartbroken that what is happening? Why is this happening? If you check what Samuel Ekpa or whatever everybody is doing right now, trust me, I've used this same platform to advocate for IPOB in the past. The only time you are not hearing this from me now is because I'm focusing on Peter Obi. Of course, I want a better Nigeria, but not by killing people, not by taking people's lives, not by because people are not sharing the same ideology with you. Then the next thing is for you to take their lives. These killings of a thing, I'm not supporting it, to be honest. You that is supporting it, you might be the next. If not the next, it might be your members of your family. You never know. This is wrong. I'm not in support of it at all. And I have another message here, from Yole Doshi to Samuel Ekpa. Yole Doshi sent a message to Samuel Ekpa, as you all can see there, although, let me see if I can make this bigger. 1 minute, my people. Let me see if I can make it bigger here. Although I know you guys cannot read it, but I'll see if I can read it from here. Okay, while I'm trying to do this, because I really need to put this right there.
Nigeria, I want to talk about that something they just showed that they said is IPOB factory. The carton they showed there, that yellow one, there is a label there, and that label there, it reflects the kind of chemicals that are there. So, and what it reflects there, everything was imported. Nobody in Nigeria will print that kind of carton or do anything and even pay attention to something that was the stapler on that carton. You understand me? It reflects the nature of chemical goods that was in that carton. Nigeria don't care about that. They don't know anything about those kind of things. Nobody in Nigeria. If that is why the police showcased that carton, it just complicated a bit. Those things have lie, 100% lie. IPOB don't have hand in what they are presenting. I'm telling you. Nobody should believe them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Let's quickly read this. Sit at home won't bring Biafra. Yole Doshi writes Simon Ekpa. Nollywood actor Yole Doshi has warned Finland-based separatist Simon Ekpa that his sit at home orders won't result in the Biafra he's fighting for. In a tweet on Friday, he said, "Dear Simon Ekpa, Sit at home will not bring Biafra suffering sick. Your own people will not bring Biafra. Nigeria wasn't joined by Emeka or Shioma. Nigeria was joined by the British government for their own personal reasons. Therefore, suffering your people to make a point is of no use. Suggesting a solution, Edoche, who is also a film director, said, to achieve Biafra, we must find peaceful and diplomatic ways to make the world hear our voice. And it starts by preaching love, peace, and unity amongst Igbo. Using violence on people will only bring division, and a divided house can never achieve anything meaningful. That is Yul Edochie.
Can I say something? Because my network is crashing and I need to go because my network is. I noticed that my network is unstable.
Hold on. Let me see if it's your turn because just hold on. Okay, Mr. John, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and I don't mean to cut in front of anyone. It's just that my network, I've noticed that I've had to restart a couple of times. You've seen that I've been leaving and coming back because it's my network. So just really quickly, long live the great Oba of Benin, the wonderful Benin Empire. I'm glad that he stands shoulder to shoulder with the Sultan of Sokoto. And I am glad that in the great Benin Empire, he is still the supreme leader. In terms of the two things that you just showed, I mean, the fact that they just, assassinated a Labour Party candidate and then instantly tag it IPOB and ESN, again, I think this is shameful. I think this is very shameful. They're just tagging everything on IPOB and ESN to blackmail them. That's basically it. I mean, they literally. Hope Uzodimma's there. He's a member of an opposing party. He's a criminal. He has the means of executing people. I don't know why every single time there's any kind of news, somebody catches a cold, somebody gets typhoid, somebody gets malaria, it's IPOB. I think the world has woken up to the fact that these are all just cheap blackmails. And in terms of Yul Edochie, how many letters has he written to the UN? How many letters has he written to foreign bodies about the atrocities going on in Alibo? I know he's a movie star. I'm happy about his movies. I think
is what he's saying a lie though?
Excuse me. Let me finish. Please let me finish. I'm glad that he's a movie star. I'm happy that he makes movies. I wish he would use his time and his popularity like some of the other well-known actors in Igbo land who've stood up, even gotten pulled into jail for simply wearing clothing. You know who I'm talking about. I wish this guy, Yul Edochie, can talk about the killings in Enugu or the burning downs of villages by the Nigerian military. I wish he would talk about the thousands of people that are slaughtered. But since this is how he wants to spend his time,
he's advocating for peace.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point I don't get. Because
can you stop interrupting me? Can you please stop interrupting me? Stop interrupting me.
No one can interject when you're speaking.
Don't interrupt. You can interject. That's right. Just interject. Why not? The point is,
John, hold on, John.
Please let him just write one. John. Just let him write one letter. Yul Edochie.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you against the letter that I wrote now?
Write one voice.
Are you in support of the
command? Please write one letter.
John, are you in support that Samuel Ekpa asking people to sit at home?
If you can't listen, 50 million people. Oh, Jesus Christ, these people are bigger than you can imagine. Ndibo is bigger than you can imagine. Okay, simple as that. You just sit at home there. People will be sitting at home.
Do you know how many people are suffering? They are not going to work. They are not eating. Are you sending them money to eat?
Do you know how many people are suffering in Nigeria on a day-to-day basis? No, CM, don't come and interject.
Why do you people can't go up to tell them?
Excuse me.
No, CM, excuse me. Yul Edochie, please, if you ever get this voice, simply write a letter to the United Nations telling them of the atrocities going on in Nigeria, committed by Fulani herdsmen, committed by the Nigerian state, committed by your governor, committed by your senators, committed by your local chairman. write a letter saying that Nigeria is a place burning down, is burning down all over.
All right,
for
John,
lots
thank
of
you.
reasons. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Thank you. All right. Although I'm surprised, you know, because when you are speaking like this and you're an Igbo man, everything surprised me. People commanded people to sit at home, and these people, many of them, you know, they don't even have
listen. See, there are things. I look at things dispassionately. I use the evidence as a scientist. Simon Ekpa called for 5 days sit at home. How many people obeyed him? That's have told you that where the people have voted. It's as simple as that. I don't know why it does not. You don't need even you don't need Yule Edochie to say anything. Yule Edochie is one person. Millions didn't obey Simon Ekpa.
Yule Edochie is one person.
That says it
so
all.
Why
IPOB, Samuel Ekpa, and the Nigeria community and all things that is happening in Nigeria is not fair. Now, my advice to Samuel Ekpa is should keep mute. Samuel Ekpa don't wish the Easterner for good. He's trying to bring a division to the Easterner region. The IPOB people are not the problem now at this moment. Samuel Ekpa is trying to bring a division to the community.
They are bringing bad name to IPOB.
He's bringing a bad name. I know him very well. It was just a Facebook man way back. But in my knowledge, this guy just came out from somewhere. Just came out from somewhere trying to bring some kind of... How can you be giving unnecessary order? Look at people are dying all over.
As far as I'm concerned, say nobody.
Doesn't make sense.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now, Samuel Ekpa never wished Nnamdi Kanu to be free. Never. One day, never wish him to be free. If he wished Nnamdi Kanu to be free, he should have been finding a solution with the lawyers and people that have high intelligence. Or how are we going to work
then
for
you are
the freedom
creating
of
more
Nnamdi?
problem. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Very simple. Whatever we are reading out here, we didn't create them. It is what information going around that we also bring here as information to people. You just saw the latest from Yale Edochie. It didn't say leftists or Mr. Elvis, and he read it out. That is directly from Yale Edochie to Sam Ekpa. We are saying that he should stop. If he believes in Nnamdi Kanu, which for now everybody knows is the front runner for Biafra, then he should respect Nnamdi Kanu. But this a person we are talking about is going against Nnamdi Kanu to form his own government. It's like Buhari's government is fighting for Buhari's government. Because Nnamdi Kanu is in jail because of Biafra, not because of his personal crime. And one person among that claim that he belongs to Nnamdi Kanu is giving unnecessary rules. Nnamdi Kanu said, no. Mr. John, let's be very reasonable here.
Yeah,
and again,
you're right. And I want to be reasonable. You're absolutely right.
And
that's why.
And again, allow me to talk. I didn't call you to talk. And again, we just read something that has to do with the killing of a Labour Party, which many of us have already stated before now. Now, when I say let's be reasonable, it is very not good for us to be bringing out unnecessary argument. We have a point. We stood a point. We said most of these killings happening in the east, the east,
leftists
are not done by the IPOB. Most of them are not done by the IPOB. Most of the killings are political. We said it here.
Please.
Then what is your argument?
Leftists, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Now, let's finish in the next 5 minutes. We should off this in the next 5 minutes, please. I guess everybody have contributed, and yes, John have contributed. Alex have contributed. Silvanus Eye have not said anything. Mr. Silvanus
He
Eye,
has not said anything. It's only him. Yes.
Yes, Silvanus Eye, please talk to us, sir. 1 minute.
Me too, man.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was just listening quietly. I enjoyed the debate and all that stuff. Today is quite a heated debate. I enjoyed it. People made good points, and some people made points that generated a very serious argument.
We can't really hear you that way, though. Your voice is
okay.
low.
Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm connected to my
And you have already used 30 seconds from your 1 minute.
Sorry. Let me see. Is it better now? Can you hear me better?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So all I'm saying is that I started with Soludo when Atiku visited him and his comment. Well, we should just ignore Soludo because he already declared where he is at this point in time. The only thing that made me angry was Atiku's response that this is the best way for Igbo people to become become a president or whatever. I don't like when they make that argument because they think that Nigeria belongs to them. They're not them foreigners. They think Nigeria is their property. So whoever they want is who they're going to give Nigeria to. It doesn't, it makes like all of us, all lookers, just looking at Nigeria for them. So that is very annoying statement that he made.
All right. Mr. Silvanus, unfortunately that today your network be like the one of CM as well. But you shall before.
Okay. Sorry about that. I'll talk to you guys later then.
Yes, tomorrow. Let's join together again tomorrow, sir. Thank you.
In fact, we don't go. Yes, no. Even now, Brother Knight is saying never talk. No, everybody don't talk with his random.
No, Brother Knight, you're the come. More give
he never talks this.
No, he don't reach 7 days. He never talk. Brother Knight, use your 1 minute. I beg. Left it off verse.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Niger Wash. Yeah, and Mr. Lefties. Yeah, the session was heated a lot, So as I was supposed to be, but with my message for all my Southeastern brothers, I would like you guys to go to this Samuel Ekpa's this platform. Tell that guy, you people should advise him to stop this inciting of violence in the Southeast. You understand? I think I would prefer that than some people trying to defend him. Anybody that you guys know that is inciting violence, anybody that is inciting violence in that Southeast, I would prefer you guys to go to his platform to try to stop that. So that is my message. That is my message for all my brothers. You guys should do that. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Godson the Great.
We don't close. Your network
Godson
is not
the
good
Great.
today.
The best test of leadership. Please, Godson, just 1 minute. Godson the Great. The best test for leadership. Because if I tell you that people are criticizing Simon Ekpa, you may not believe or you may be looking for evidence. When Simon Ekpa called for sit at home for 5 days, how many people obeyed him? That tells you what you need to know. People are against him.
That's
as simple as
John
that.
will
So
never
when
take
you,
that.
when you
John will be the last person to take that. He's looking for people to tag, which is wrong. So thank you very much. My last submission here. Let me say something quickly before I round up. I want to let everybody know that I appreciate all our time today. Thank you, my good people. Everyone that have supported us financially, we are grateful. Those that have shared this video, we are grateful. Those of you that have liked the video as well, we are very grateful. And those of you that joined the panel, I want to say without you guys, we cannot be here. Thank you, my good people. We appreciate every one of you. We argue here all the time. We disagree with each other. It's just normal. It's normal because we want a better Nigeria. Whatever Samuel Ekpa is doing, if he's not involving any kind of killing or putting people through are suffering or hunger, that's not a problem. But the way he's going about it, you know, I'm not a supporter of it. I can never be a supporter of it. You know, of course, everybody wants a division in Nigeria. The way things are going on right now is not what we want. And it's getting close. Like my brother normally say, Alex, if for anything happened by February, I don't go know say Nigerians now here and all of the day right now. When I go see how it go be. Thank you very much, my people. Make una help us share this.
Thank you to God Sent. God Sent. Thank you. Chibuzo Adi, thank you. Shima Obi, thank you. Chooks Obabueze, thank you. Max, thank you. CN, thank you. We had a he, but he didn't speak, he left. Peter Okundaye, thank you very much. Mr. Alice, thank you. Midwest people, thank you. John E, thank you. CBD, thank you. Mr. Kell, I guess you didn't speak also, you left. Thank you very much. Sivanos Enyi, we say thank you, Sivanos Enyi. Then for those people that super chatted us, we had a lot of super chats today, and a lot of people repeated
Just say
themselves.
thank you. We can't call their names leftists. We need to
Prophet Elijah, thank you, Charles. So I must praise them again. Finally, this is the reason we are here. Andrew, thank you. Pansat, be not the hurry now again. I will call their name. Now
No. I'm looking at time, leftists. I don't want this thing to pass this figure. You know, just do it within 1 minute, please. Within
1 minute, Pansat, thank you. Andrew, thank you. Joseph, thank you. Alexander Gomez, thank you. Pansat again. Chris, thank you. Pansat again. Jaja, thank you. Skystream, thank you. Chidi, thank you. Grant, thank you. Tigra, Tutu, thank you. Nice, thank you. Jaja, nice again. Jaja, Grant, Jaja, Grant, Mystery, Grant, Daniel, Jerry Obasola. Now you see me got thought a payment. You can't payment now. You did laugh me.
And I promise them, I'm here to bury them. As he depend them, he dey see with us. As he dey us, he dey pay. Oh yeah, say as he depend them, he dey see with us. As he dey see with us, he go dey pay. Yeah. As he depend them, he dey see with us. As we get there, yeah, he go bury them. So I said, they will know who is who. As he depend them, he dey see with us. As he dey see with us, he go depend them. As he depend them, yeah, he dey see with us. So as he dey see with us, he go depend them. Yes, so we can pepper them. Pepper them. With your designers, you pepper them. Pepper them. Rich, you make pepper them. Oh, yeah, say pepper them. Your designers, they pepper them. Oh, yeah, say pepper them. Pepper them. Ancient of days.